Okay, so Helenel, Ugbor, and Vorik, you've just purchased some gear with some recently acquired funds, and now stand outside the front door of the Gurk Depot, freshly outfitted. The marble-adorned wooden building with hand-carved signages uh, shades you from the brightness of the sun setting over the city. This is the time of day when the blood starts to flow into Sunder. People of all races begin to become slightly more active than they were. The taps crack, fires light in ovens and oil street lamps. Coins change hand, and some people are just waking up and getting on with their night. The temperature cools significantly, and the salty air caresses you with the occasional cool, dry wind. You stand, individuals who are being accosted by powers unknown, being kept at arm's length of safety by tokens freely given by members of an organization fighting shadows in the dark, an organization known as the Secret Peace. They offered you relocation in anonymity, a trade of freedom for safety. You chose instead to maintain your free will and all the dangers that entails. Being people who have executed individuals of this unknown force for the greater good, hopefully. You helped the Secret Peace trace a related package to the city of South Sunder where you currently are. You are now armed with the knowledge of the contents of the delivered package, the location of the package, a task to recall to Vongren of the Secret Peace, when possible, a book of debt of repayment options from the Tadiku Den, knowledge of the knowledge of the beast fighting contest that happens in a couple days, and an offer of guidance from several other powerful names. With all of this knowledge and power, all the freedom that you have elected to keep, what are you guys going to do with it?
As we get a lot of money in like 2 days. Well, I don't know necessarily like 2 days, but we're about to be loaded.
Yeah, do we even need to? I guess I need to pay my debts off.
Yeah, you gotta work for a little bit for it, buddy.
Well,
Oh,
I guess. So I guess we'll continue down the list then while we wait.
yeah. So I remembered Gurky's thing. We have to go to a casino. That's about
Go
the
try
only
that
thing
out.
I really remember from it.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, what do we have left? I
Uh,
mean,
the the haunted house that we were trying to do at first before we got rich.
how many days until the tournament we need to compete in?
It's like 2 days.
Let's go check out the haunted house.
All right.
Okay, so it's late evening, and you guys are going to try and locate the house that allegedly has some sort of spiritual issue.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Walking
that
down
sounds like the
to
Saint off.
the location you believe to be in the general neighborhood of that address that is listed in the book that you were given. You walk by, and you, you number the houses: 203, 204, 206. The numbers seem to skip, and you look down at the paper in the book, and it clearly says 205, but you don't seem to be able to find it on the street.
Huh. Now, I'm not like the best counter, but I feel like we're missing one here.
Yeah.
What's up with this, Ford? You're from around here, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't. Never really paid attention to over here.
You never just count houses one day.
It's really weird, man.
Do you all count
Pretty sure
houses?
everybody does that.
Sometimes.
Um, is there, like, do we notice anything here?
Make a perception check.
I mean, like, we obviously notice that it's not right, but
Certainly not left.
exactly.
22. You notice in this area of town, it is one of the more well-off areas, which is probably why they are seeking to cleanse the house in some regards. They can try and sell it. That's what the alleged nature of the assignment was. And in that area, a lot of the houses have at least yards of some sort, not grass or anything, given the nature of the climate here, but space enough that some have fountains, some just have a little bit of space to breathe. Most of them are fenced off or have some sort of barrier to at least define the property. And you notice that there is one just empty lot.
Nothing in the lot.
Nothing in the lot, nothing but some very sparse vegetation, some tropical vines. You start to crawl across the ground in spots, but where you'd think would be some indication of a property, house, building, of anything like that of the sort, it seems to be empty.
Are there, like, steps left, or stepping stones, or anything, any kind of trail leading up to where the house would have been, or should be?
No, matter of fact, the property looking around is entirely enclosed. The fence like barrier goes around the entire property. There's no break that you see in any kind of any part of the iron gate that the iron fence that goes around this particular block. It seems to be entirely just encapsulated and separate.
What time of day did you say it was?
It is evening. The sun is setting. The light is not long in the sky.
That would be dim light, right?
That is correct.
So, I can go over there and see if anything's over there.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should look around and see if you notice anything magical.
Okay, so the property is entirely fenced in. What are you doing?
It is entirely fenced in?
It is. By an iron, basically a wrought iron fence that goes around the entire thing, periodically bolstered by stone pillars. But yeah, it is entirely fenced in. No gate.
How tall is the fence?
The fence is about 8.5 feet tall.
I want to try to scale it.
Make me an, we'll say acrobatics check. I'm trying to jump over the fence.
I'll get Ugbor and be like, come here a second. Come here, give me a hug, buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, I'll like pick you up and I'll do that steps of the night stuff and I'll just fly us over.
There you go, yeah.
So as Pill grabs Ugbor and just gently walks through the air over the gate and onto the other side, Vorik does a little acrobatic maneuver, grabs the fence, and flips the back half of his body up and over the fence and lands Black Widow style on the other side. When you get on the inside of the fence, you see that there, immediately as soon as you cross the barrier, you see that the property is not abandoned or empty. There is a house standing there, but for some reason you couldn't see it when you were outside of the gate.
Oh.
The house stands 2 stories tall. The second story seems very small. It's almost like a flat stacked sort of property, where the bottom floor is completely rectangular with some certain outjuttings of rooms built onto the house, and the second story is a smaller, similar shape that stacks on top of that. There are 2 sets of stairs on the left and right side of the front that lead up to a small porch that then join in the middle to meet the front door of the house, which is made of wood.
Oh, think we should just go knock on that door. Be like, hey,
Well,
is there any
I've
ghosts here?
seen, I've seen everything I need to see. You can't even see this place from the other side of the gate, so it's definitely haunted. We should burn it and then leave.
I mean, was that? Thought the whole idea was to leave the house intact.
Well, that's just what I want to do. I don't know. Does Vavis want us to do something else?
Yeah, they want it cleansed.
Fire will cleanse a lot of things.
There'll be no house left to sell.
I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty good against the undead a little bit. I mean, not like the best or anything, but
Let's at least check. We'll take like a step in, and then judge it from there.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay. As you go up the steps to the house, there are some windows, very small windows, and upon looking, they're too dirty to see in, at least not from where you're at, especially being dark on the inside and outside of the house. When you go up to the door, the house seems empty, hollow almost, and you turn the handle of the door and push the door in. It's not locked, but as you open the door, it smells musty, very uninhabited, just a cold space.
hello, hello. Any ghosts here?
You hear no reply.
I don't know if there's ghosts here, guys.
I want to push the door on open and just step in, see what we can see.
Okay. Gonna have since Vork, are you leading the charge inside the house?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. I'll have you make a perception check for me and tell me what the marching order is.
Well, Ugbor, how about I stay in the back, just in case something tries to sneak up on us?
Yeah, that's probably for the best, man.
Okay. I want to give myself
I'll be your
vigilant
beefcake.
blessing too.
Okay.
I'll just get advantage on initiative checks.
Yeah, as you walk in, the house is very cold. It is it creaks with every step you make. Looking around inside the house, there are some rugs on the ground. The floor is actually made of wood, which is a little uncommon for this area, but you haven't been inside many of the higher up houses in the city. There are pieces of wood furniture, some mirrors on the walls, and everything seems to be empty and cold and covered in a layer of sand or dust that just indicates that nobody's been here in a long time.
Do I see any sinks?
Do you see any sinks?
Yeah.
Roll for perception or investigation, your choice.
Okay.
Scroll for a syncception. We didn't race before we came here, did we?
You did not.
No,
Good.
but I mean, I don't think we've really done anything.
Well,
17. Edbor, you spot in the room off to the side just of the entrance that there is a wash basin in that room. No source of flowing water that you could see, but there's a wash basin in that room that would be used for washing one's face or hands, but either leaving or going from the house.
Does it have water in it?
There is no water in the basin.
Okay.
You trying to wash up there?
No, it's just something I heard once. Apparently, if you have dirty water in the basin, maybe that's a sign you got the spirits or whatever.
Huh. I ain't never heard that. I think if you just say ghost, are you here enough times, and if they're not here, then you don't have ghosts.
Is the psychic whisper still carrying over from last time, or do I need to re-roll it?
I think you still have like maybe an hour or two left on that, because it was for 8 hours.
All right.
Ghosts, over here.
I mean, I would assume check the mirrors.
Hello. Yeah, I'll just go check a mirror.
You're gonna go check the mirror. So you find one of the few mirrors that are hanging up on the walls. There are some pictures, paintings of some sort. Most of them artistic design, maybe some landscape of sorts. But when you walk up to one of the few mirrors, you notice that, for one, it's hard to see because it's also very dusty. But when looking into it, you barely see your reflection because of the light. You can see a little, but it's hard to tell. So you lean in closer, and as you do, you swear for a second you see an outline behind you, but you can't see it clearly in the mirror. And you turn around and you don't see anything there.
I think the ghost in the mirror.
So just get rid of the mirrors.
Well,
No, surely not.
I don't think it'd be that easy.
Take them out in the street, throw them over the fence, and then job well done.
Somebody else's mirror at that point.
Exactly.
But leave it leaning against the fence.
Put it out for the trash.
Pell, I'm gonna have you make a dexterity save for me.
Who?
Pell.
Oh, I'm so good at them. So good.
7.
Excellent.
As you're talking
The
about,
best, really.
as you're discussing this, still standing in front of the mirror, you catch something out of the corner of your eye. You turn around to look in the mirror, and you see your face, but on top of your face is the reflection of another, a ghastly blue, some sort of something over top of you that looks like a person. You lean in to look at it, and the image follows your direction. As you move your head, it tries to imitate it directly, and as you get ever so close, it screams at you, and you feel this force on the back of your head, and your head gets shoved into the mirror, cracking it. I want everybody to roll initiative.
Oh,
Awesome.
ghost
Lovely.
in the mirror.
And
This brings back flashbacks, not gonna lie.
oh, you're going to take 2 damage off of that, by the way.
I got an 18.
Okay, let me get my stuff shuffled up here. Where did that map go? There you are.
I mean, you rolled the same thing.
I think
God.
this has
18.
fog. Yeah, this is fog of war turned on, so that's good.
So you got an 18.
Yeah, I had advantage on it.
So you guys will only see what I see if you watch the stream or the video later. Let me see about the. It's been a minute since I've done this. Shoot. There's my fog thing. There we go. So you guys see that area, and you see this area is where you're at.
Quick question: do you happen to have the field of view, or field of vision thing on the Roll20?
I'm not sure what that means.
When you have the premium version, you can actually enable field of view from various tokens. So as they move it, they can expose more.
That's
Like,
awesome. How do I do that? Because I pay for it.
I don't know. I never bought the premium, but I knew that was a thing you can do. However, I think the trick is it's painstakingly troublesome, because every wall you got to actually like draw out a wall so it doesn't just go through.
Oh, ooh. Okay, yeah. No.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean,
So-
it's cool, so you don't have to have this fog of war thing all the time.
So, Pale,
Just-
you are specifically over here. Not to cut you off, I didn't mean to.
No
But
worries.
you guys position yourselves where you want to, other than Pale, because that's where you were when that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into that later. That sounds like a very cool feature for us to have.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's that bad, especially if you got like things like this where it's like in a house where there's only a few walls. But yeah, it's a pretty cool feature.
Okay, so we go back to the thing here. Where did my stuff go? So these are not what I had intended to do here. Let's see. I'm vastly unprepared. Where'd my stuff go? I thought it was right here.
A DM vastly underprepared? That's never heard of.
Okay.
But a lie.
22. 417 and pound 17.
Nope, I got 18.
You lie.
I swear.
Okay. Okay. Got all that there then. Okay, so after Pell's head hits and cracks the mirror, blood starts to streak down your face. It is Udbor's turn. Udbor, you see this blue spirit just materialize behind Pell, scream at him through his body and the mirror, and then violently shove his head into the glass. What are you doing?
Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to scream out, "Hey, get off of him!" And I'm gonna charge him. Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
tackle him.
Okay, you're gonna tackle him.
Yeah.
So,
Go for it.
You go to tackle him as
Yeah.
you run towards him and try and grab him, and
Yeah.
your body just phases through him. You cannot get a grasp on him.
Okay. Let's see. Do I technically still have an action, or that uses my action?
That
Yes.
uses your action, yes.
Okay. Cool. Then I end my turn, dude.
Okay.
Help.
Pell and Vorik, who has the higher dex?
So, Dustin, I really had an 18.
Oh, you actually had 19. Okay, well then Pell, it's your turn.
It's above.
Uh,
Look above.
yeah.
We're all over here.
I'm just going to do it like, can I see it like behind me?
Yeah,
Or is it like just
it's
in the
visible
mirror?
now.
DM, do I have eyes in the back of my head right now?
Is it
Yeah,
there?
yeah. If you turn around to look, you can see it now.
Alright, I'm just gonna look at it. Might as well like glow like light blue, or not light blue, but like silvery blue kind of. I'm just gonna snap my fingers and like that silvery blue like fire will like go around it. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on it.
Okay. Is that a roll to hit? It is, isn't it?
No, it's a deck save.
It's a dex save. That's right. Okay. So,
16.
that's natural 20 success.
Well, fuck me. I'm just gonna get away from this door or this mirror. I'm gonna go. I can't
Okay.
move.
You cannot move.
5,
There you
10. And I guess like after here, he'll be able to hit me again if he wants to.
go. Okay. Yep. As you leave his space and attempt to run around into the middle of the room, he's going to reach out and try and grab you, and that is going to be an 11 to hit.
No. 17 AC.
Yep. So that's a miss. Okay. So that's where you are now. Anything else for your turn?
Let's see. I don't think I have too many bonus actions. Actually, yeah, I do. I'm gonna look over at it and be like, I can't think of anything clever, so I'm just gonna cast Sacred Weapon or Spiritual Weapon. Right behind it, like right here.
Okay.
And there's just gonna be a mace comes out, and it's just gonna try to whack him.
Oh, wacky mace. Exploding in the air. Okay. That leads us to Vorik. What are you doing?
Well, whenever it comes out, it makes a hit.
Oh, it hits when it comes out as well. Okay. Yeah, excellent. So that is
That's like
25 to hit. Yes, then that hits. Go ahead and roll damage on that. Sorry, I thought that was an extra type of thing.
You good? 11 radiant damage.
11 damage, okay. Checking some stuff real quick. Cool. Alright. Noted.
Well, it's force damage, never mind, not radiant.
Force damage, gotcha. Okay. Now, let me look that up real quick because I want to double check something. Spiritual weapon.
Not gonna lie, I was expecting when you were charging, I expected you to just slam into the back of Hell and smash him in the mirror again.
This is going to sound really dumb, but that is magical damage, right? Because it's literally a spell.
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't say specifically in the spell, and I don't know if I'm missing that. But, okay, cool. Doing it. Okay. So, yeah, if you're done that, it puts us to Vorik.
I'll throw a dagger at it.
Okay. Roll some attack on that. $15 hits. Roll damage.
It'll be 7
Yeah,
because
it'll
you
be
take
7.
a sneak attack damage off. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Ugbor's within 5 feet of it, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess he would be. It's the map's a little goofy there, but yeah, he would be. Would be within 5 feet. So yeah, that would be stealth with advantage.
So 24.
Okay. So you throw your dagger, and your dagger hits it, and as if it was on the same physical plane as it. Even though your daggers don't typically do damage like that, the spirit seems to take the full force of the blade, and the spirit evaporates the same time the knife does, and the spirit seems to be gone.
Hey, Ugbor, you should break that mirror.
That's what I was getting ready
Uh,
to say.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Akbor's
Kick it.
gonna come over here, and he's going to fireman's kick that.
Yeah, it was already cracked, and you see something start to waft into the mirror, but before anything can happen, you raise your foot up and crack it, and the mirror totally shatters, and all the glass pieces fall to the ground.
I think we're done.
I don't know, maybe we should look around and see if there's more mirrors around here.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Well, I think there's now like a lot of mirrors on the ground.
You have a point.
Maybe you should crush them some more.
Oh no. We don't I don't think so. That doesn't sound like a good idea right now.
I guess let's look around. There's more floors and everything to this place.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Is this whole room right here?
Yeah, that's the whole room. Sorry if it
Is-
didn't highlight properly. That is the edges of the room.
Is this the bottom floor?
Yes, that is the bottom floor.
So there's no like doorways or anything. It's just upstairs from here, right?
Well, you see a doorway over. Let me mess thing on. There's a doorway here, here, there. 2 places in this corner, the one you came in through, and one right here.
Wow. So
Oh,
lots of
sorry.
rooms.
Oh, we got that whole in our head talk Maybe we could like just go open these doors and see if there's anything in them.
All right, I'll take this one.
Yeah, gang. Let's split up.
Let's do it. I'll take these two over here.
I'll take these two right here then.
Okay, so
And I'll go to these ones.
who's going to go first?
I'll roll a d20 for that.
I
Yeah,
love all three of you at the same time. So I missed that for my laughing. What was the decision? You rolling for it?
Yeah.
All right.
Straight
See.
D20.
Yeah.
So we low number, high number.
I think low.
Yeah, low.
I got an 11.
We got 16. I don't see anybody else is on here.
Vork rolled in beyond.
There you go.
There.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going in first. I'll go in this bottom one right down here.
Okay. So Pell is going to go in this room. I'm trying to reveal it to you with this. As you walk in, you see on your right, immediately as you enter, there is some stone tablet on the wall that has inscriptions on it. What languages do you know?
Common, Elvish, Sylvan, and Giant.
Okay. You don't recognize this language. It's a harsh, angular written language. On the floor, though, there are just several rugs and a table in the middle of the room, a table smaller off to the side of that, and bookshelves lining basically the entire perimeter of the room. On the far side of the room here, there is a fireplace mantle with a hanging mirror above that. There is a chair off to the left of that, and a small decorative painting on the right side of the fireplace.
So that look, was it a stone tablet?
It's a stone tablet.
Like, could it, like, I can pick it up, right?
Well, sorry to be clear, it's the stone setting is basically 4 foot wide by 6 foot tall, and has pedestals, like pedestal candles next to it, like almost like a you see a standing floor lamp, but on the end of it is just a candle. The candle's not lit, despite the artwork on the page, but yeah, it's just there leaned up against the wall. Probably
Weird.
weighs several hundred pounds.
Pell's just gonna go up to the mirror and fucking smash it with his hammer.
You go up to the mirror, and you see a face in the mirror that begins to move towards you, but you meet its motion with your hammer. Go ahead and roll a, let's see, we'll call this a dexterity check. We'll see how quickly your hands can move.
It's not quick. I'm using lucky.
Use lucky. Lucky does not help you.
Oh
Never
no.
does.
You, as the face comes near the mirrors, and you raise your hammer and swing, but the hammer goes ever so marginally past the face as it emerges from the mirror, shatters the mirror behind it, and the face crawls out of the frame that still remains like a grudge girl, and just screams at you. And it is now going to be on the ground in front of you, and it's going to try and take a swipe at you.
Okay.
That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Which that's going to hit. And let me roll these dice. And where'd my things go? No, I got things. Where'd they go? There you are. There's going to be 7 damage to you. And I need you to make a Constitution save for me.
Okay.
Thirteen. You feel a cold try to penetrate your inner being, but you shake it off. But you do take 7 damage. So that's what happens there. Who is next in the order? About going into the rooms.
I believe that would be Vorik. Oh, wait. Yeah, that would be me.
Okay, so you. And where were you going?
I am going to choose this one.
Okay. You open the door, holding your breath, and a boar swings the door open quickly to reveal a closet.
Okay.
Just a small stacking of books and some crates that are covered in tarps. Nothing remarkable that you initially see.
Found the closet, but it's a closet full of men.
All right, and instant messenger here. I'm gonna hit him with a all clear.
I'm like, ghosts!
Oh crap!
Ghost. Vorik, where are you going?
This one.
That one? You walk in to that room, which is not covered by a door. It's just a threshold. But looking into the room and going there, you see it is a set of stairs that goes down.
Oh,
Did that go through? I don't feel like that showed you anything.
No, I don't see any.
Okay,
Oh, there it is.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, you see a set of stairs that go down to a platform and then reverse back to go downstairs.
well, if I see stairs there, we're not going that way yet.
Okay, so
Is
at
it
this
the-
time, both of you hear Pell say ghosts. Oh, and I apologize. I need to put that on the table there. There we go. So that would be, oh, I'm on the wrong selection. Yeah, it would be right here. So yeah.
Crap! I'm coming, buddy.
Too damn slow.
Okay, so we'll just roll with that. Same initiative as before because you're still in the same mindsets. Ugbor is first in that list then. So Ugbor, it is your move.
Okay. Where do I start? I guess
Well-
at the entry of the room.
Yeah, we'll say you had a second to catch up before seeing what was going on, and here you are, and I'll let you start your turn there.
Okay.
Help me.
Right. Ugbor is gonna come around to the side here. He's gonna pull out his great sword. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna try to chop it.
Okay. What sword do you have again? I know it's a special one.
Great sword of sharpness.
Sharpness.
Yeah.
Great sword of sharpness. Checking the stats on that. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll to attack. $16 hits. Now I want you to roll your 1d6 damage because you have not attuned to this item yet. Five damage. All right. Now,
I believe
mhm.
I get another attack.
Okay. Now, I was just checking something to note. You you take the great sword and try and slash toward the specter. Tell me how you do that.
Okay, yeah. So, I unsheath the great sword and I kind of swing it down from like top right to bottom left. So, a downward slash.
Okay. As you slash through the specter, you don't feel as much resistance as you expect. You do feel like you hit your intended target, but it's very wafty and it's non-form.
Ooh, okay. Does that throw me off for the next attack?
No, please continue.
Okay.
Okay, dirty 20, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay.
Oh, it does have. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, cool. I'm learning
Welcome,
more about
Munson.
the app.
I see he's on the game, but not the. Is he on Discord yet?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Ooh.
on Discord. Yeah.
For those who don't know, you can actually use the up arrow key in the text field in Roll20, and it will pull up your last entry, just like in text stuff, like
Oh shit.
terminal on
Content.
Linux.
Okay. Then if that'll do it for you, then it is Vorik's turn.
Yes, that
Wait,
will be
didn't
it.
I go before Vork?
Your action was. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I was mixed up there. Yeah, it's you first. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna smack it with my hammer.
Okay, roll to hit. Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage and tell me how you do that.
So, 7, and I also have this fancy little blessed strike, so I get to roll a d8 on top of it.
Okay. Oh, now it rolled for you, I believe. It looks like it's 7
Yeah.
plus a full 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
so,
hell yeah.
So it's total. It's 15 damage now. Does that make your strike magical in any way or no?
So it doesn't make the bludgeoning damage magical. It's separate from it.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, he already has his hammer out anyway. He looks up at it and he's like, "Foul, Spectre!" And he just smacks it, and it has like a little soft glow to the hammer whenever he hits it.
So you bring the hammer down on the specter, and the specter tries to give a hiss towards you, but as soon as it does, you crush its form and pound it into the ground, and its form just is forced down by the hammer and just dissipates like mist. And that specter appears to
Vorik,
be
you know
done.
what to do.
I got it.
So yeah, what are you guys doing now?
Smack that fucking mirror.
Waiting for that mirror to get broken real quick, so we don't have to fight another one.
Well, Pelvark the mirror right before the specter crawled out of it, or right
Oh,
after
okay.
rather.
I found stairs.
Oh, you
Look at
did?
this. Look at this weird ass stone thing right here. I can't read it. I don't know if you guys can.
I doubt. I doubt that I
You
can.
doubt what? You doubt what? You think I can't read it?
I said I doubt that I can.
Huh?
Look at him. He's a very learned boy.
What's it say?
All right, let's see here.
What languages do you know?
I know Common. No, I'm kidding. I know Common, Elvish, and Orc. Still not a lot.
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
You are absolutely convinced that this is like ingredient list for a recipe.
Guys, this is food, clearly. Come on.
I mean, it
See
seems
that one
it-
right there? You see that? And I point at a glyph. That's clearly a pepperoni. Come on.
But like, you can't take this to a grocery store with you. I mean, I'm a pretty strong guy, but I can't even carry that.
I want to try to read it over his shoulder.
Okay, what languages do you know?
No, Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
Roll an
At least we all
intelligence
know
check for me.
Elvish.
What did you say?
At least we all know Elvish.
Oh yeah. What kind of check?
Intelligence, please.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Go for it.
Since I'm just staring at it with you.
Vorik, you don't recognize it at all. It's just a language you're not familiar with. You appreciate the runes and try to depict any kind of meaning from the structure of the words on the wall, but you can't figure it out. Hell, you can't read the language, but you at least recognize it slightly. Somehow in your past, you at least have come across it and know it by sight anyway. Once you have a handle on how it's structured, you recognize this language as Draconic.
Yeah, Them scaly ones, you know, what Durgma was, the big dragon guys? That's that.
Durgma wrote this tablet.
I mean, probably not him. He's a bit too big. Well, I don't
I'm
know.
not sure. I'm not sure what to do with that. I don't think there's anything that we can do with that.
No,
Hope it's
not
not
really.
important for now.
So there's like, are there other doors in this room?
Yes, there
It
is
looks
a
like
door.
there's.
Selector on. No, actually, there's only one door right here
Okay.
in this room, and the one you came in through.
Well, you might let's just scoop this room out. Keep doing a search, see if there's any more of these damn mirrors everywhere.
Okay.
In the room we're currently in?
Yeah, we'll go to this one right here, like a little side room right here.
Check it out.
Okay,
There's
who's
one
going in
over here.
first?
Okay, I'll go in first.
Okay. You step into the room, and this is what you see. A sitting area of some sort, complete with a large instrument that you are not familiar with, Pal, with a small desk on the left with what appears to be some candles and an old wine bottle that is caked in dust. On the other side of the room, there is a sitting area circled around a table with what seems to be a teaware set. Um, in front of that is going to be a bookshelf with a mirror above that, a small end table on the far side of the room. There's windows on this wall here, but being dark outside, you can't see anything. And you see that there are some tables and chairs on the other side of the room as well. I have a table in between them, and there's a chessboard.
No mirrors that I can see.
There's one over top of the on the wall right over here, where you're facing the sitting area.
Hey, Ugbor, come smash this one. Every time I do near one, they grab my head.
Okay. Where is it? Over here?
It's like right here, yeah.
Okay. What is this stuff in front of it? A sitting area?
It's a sitting area, yes.
Okay. About how far is that from me? Okay. Ugbor sizes it up, comes back to the wall, and he is just going to barrel charge it like head first.
Okay, and you're going to jump at the mirror?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
try
I'm gonna clear this, and I'm gonna basically slam into it. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna shoulder check the mirror.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be so cool.
Roll for me an acrobatics check.
This is
Okay.
gonna end so poorly. I can
Oh,
already tell.
you know it. You know it. Oh, accept that. I can...
Not a problem. You run and charge, jumping over the bookshelf behind the chairs and sofa. You jump, put one foot on top of the waist high bookshelf. Use that to jump further through the air and slam the entirety of your body into the mirror. And you see something begin to reach from the mirror, cascading in the same way you are from the other side. But you are quicker, and you're able to smash the mirror before the creature can reach the glass. And you cut yourself and fall to the ground. You're going to take 6 damage from the glass and the fall, tumbling to the ground, and cutting yourself pretty bad. But you hear the faint cry of something that did not make it to this plane. And Vorik, with your passive perception, as you hear this in the other room, you're still standing in this previous room, correct?
Yeah.
As you hear this happen in the other room, you see Ugbor over Pell's silhouette in the doorway just run through the room, and you hear a giant crash and a very faint echoing scream. And as well as that, you hear something from the room that you're in whispers coming from the direction of the tablet.
Did I see anything changing on it? Like any rooms changing around, anything lighting up?
Not that you can tell.
So I'm gonna reach out telepathically again to them in our little chat we got and be like, "What just happened?"
Oh, you should have seen it. Ugbor did some really cool shit.
It was definitely cool. I definitely didn't hurt myself. That is for sure.
No, I'll
What?
take care of it later, buddy.
What'd you do?
It was a simple routine really. I went to the back wall and then charged it full force. Jumped off a bookshelf. It was great. I'm gonna tell my grandchildren about it.
So you broke a mirror?
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
when you say it that way, I like my story better.
Well, the stone tablet in here reacted to that.
See, the tablet likes it. We're this is all cohesive. I like this.
I hope it's good that the tablet likes it.
Well, I
It
mean,
What would
if
it
we
be
could
then?
read it, it'd be pretty cool. But I mean, I think it agrees with us breaking these things. Sounds like that. At least.
It sounded like it was kind of angry that we broke those things.
I also agree. I'm on the tablet side, guys.
Why don't we break the tablet?
You have the hammer.
And do,
Oh, okay.
Teleport to it.
Yeah. Wom 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 wom. Definitely. Man, I want to know what it says.
Well, why don't we just keep breaking mirrors and see what happens? We'll come back and deal with this tablet thing in a minute.
Remember, when in doubt, break everything.
Just keep breaking it. Some voice from beyond is just encouraging me to break stuff.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I guess we still have like we got like 3 more rooms over this way to check.
There's actually. Agbor goes back into this room and notices this room.
That is, make an intelligence check for me.
Ah, I'm so good at these. Yeah.
Okay. You walk over to the threshold over there and reach your hand out saying, guys, there's a room over here. And you cannot figure out where the doorknob is on this window.
Okay. I deserve that. I'm sure. Never mind. It was
What?
I'm
Did you
seeing
find a door
things.
over there?
No, definitely no. Who said that?
I don't know. Sound like
I think
you did.
Vork said he found a door.
Yeah, I think there's
Over here, boy.
three more prime doors over here to just be opened.
Is there another door in this room?
Nah, we
No,
have
there
no.
isn't. You've explored everything on this side of the house.
We have the stairs. I have another door here. I believe Ugbor had another door.
Over here.
And then there's one that nobody claimed here.
Yeah.
I think we should open this because I'm going to assume. Is there an upstairs here?
You saw what seemed to be an upstairs, but it was a very small space, and you haven't seen any way to get to it.
You said these stairs are just downstairs, right?
Yeah, those go downstairs.
I want to open this door.
Okay. When you open that door, this is what you see. A back room has a desk and chair in it. There are paintings in this room, but no mirrors. And there's bookshelves that have been totally disheveled. Someone has taken and not ransacked the room. There doesn't seem to be much missing, but stuff has been knocked over and papers are spilling into the floor. What's on the desk is just cluttered and shuffled around. And there's a statue on the wall on the same side as the door. That's a bust of someone.
Is there any mirrors in here?
There are none. There are a couple paintings, but no mirrors.
I found an office.
What's in there?
Statue.
Any
Plus
mirrors?
a bunch of other things. No mirrors. What is this?
That is a small bookshelf. It's like a half-size bookshelf.
Okay. What about this thing?
Sorry, I didn't see where you pointed. That is a small fireplace. It seems to be decorative. It doesn't seem to go anywhere. There's nothing above it or around it. Just some small paintings and decorative things.
Well, if there's no mirrors, I'm just going to open this door.
I want to check out this bust.
Okay, make a history check for me. While you're doing that, I'll show Pell what he sees in this room. When you open that door, you see some. Why does it not do that? Let's try it again. There, that's what you see. You see a small room that has stairs in it that appear to lead up, and there's several byways in this area as well.
Hey, I found the stairs going up. But there's also more rooms in it.
Vorik, your history check of 9. You don't recognize this person. They seem to be regal. They're balding on the top of their head, and they seem to be well established of some sort. They're dressed well in the bust. The person is a male, has a very very well groomed beard and a twirled mustache, but you don't know who they are.
I want to feel around on it.
Okay, make an investigation check. $22. You feel around on the bust. Put your hands around the back of it and try and turn it and investigate it. Look underneath it and around it. You can't find anything. It seems to just be a stone bust.
Well, I guess we'll leave that alone. Nothing important on the desk that I can tell.
Now that you can tell, it's just a mass of papers that have been scattered around.
I'll step out of this room. Go ahead. Come out here to the rest of these guys. Be like, there's nothing.
Found upstairs.
Lane. Oh, cool. More lame.
You're doing the double voice thing again, Anthony. You reset the game and you're voicing through there too.
Yeah, I think you're still on. Yeah, there we go.
Any better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Well, I mean, I guess that leaves this one, right?
Yeah.
Right? What's behind door number 1?
Bedbort swings open the door. How do you open the door, by the way?
Firm grip right on that handle. And I open the door. I'm ready to pull it back shut again.
Okay. You open the door very cautiously, and you see your room. Why does it make it is? It doesn't want to show you the first time. There. Yeah, you see this room, very similar in shape to the one on the other side of the house that had the sitting area. This one is a dining room. Several tables and chairs depicted in standard dining fashion with chairs around the table in the center of the room. Beneath the chandelier, there are tables in the corners of the room, some small bookshelves that don't have much in them in this area of the house. Beyond them, there is a side table that has what seems to be drinkware and other things that have been long neglected. And there is a small little arch of stone in this in this room behind the table on the far side of the room that that has a mirror above it, and there's a couple paintings on the other side of the room.
Okay. I fully swing open the door and march right in. Guys, it looks pretty safe in here.
Oh, all right. Oh, lovely. Nice room.
Yeah.
Mr. Pell, you, with your perception, you see immediately that there's a mirror on the opposite wall above that stone arch. This one appears to already be cracked.
That one's cracked, but like it wouldn't hurt to obliterate it.
Where's the mirror again over here? This one.
Yeah, that one.
I'll throw a dagger at it.
Yeah.
Roll to hit. Nineteen's fair enough. You throw your dagger, and it hits the mirror. The mirror gets smacked by the psychic force, shattering the glass, and even the mirror gets shook enough that it falls off the wall and topples to the ground.
Sweet.
All right, good.
Ugbor's going to take a closer look at these cups.
Okay, make an investigation check. What are you looking for?
Well, I recalled that when we entered the one room where I did the tackle thing, there was a really dusty bottle, and I'm just seeing if they're in some way similar. Like,
Okay.
are these wine glasses, or what?
Make an investigation check then. 12. These are actually not drinking glasses. These glasses are actually upside down turned dessert glasses. A glass that you would put some sort of berries and cream or some sort of pudding dessert in.
Fair enough. All right.
Heard little lads like berries and cream. Well, we're done
I
in
think.
here.
Well, actually, I think that there were some paintings in here too.
What are these paintings of?
Yeah. Let's investigate the paintings.
Okay, the paintings seem to be of landscapes of Sunder in various stages of construction. Some, there's 3 in total. One depicts Sunder without all the buildings you see now, especially the higher end buildings, and definitely without the large, tall cross casino building that has been constructed. This is before that, and matter of fact, you see little construction spires around the bell tower in the front centers of town. The next 2 are a side-by-side duplicate of each other, of the exact same scene. One is of Sunder before anything seemed to be there. It looks like the exact same area that you see now, but the area is empty with the exception of a few houses, a few small shacks and beginnings of walls and things. You're not unsure if it's an artist rendition or an actual historical representation, but that is the left side picture. The right, that is immediately beside it, is the exact same angle and the exact same scene, but it is Sunder of the, as you see it now, with the cascading hills that lead down into the shore, with all the buildings intact and current.
Wow.
Nice. Smash them too.
I don't think that would be the right thing to do.
Who cares?
Not while we're here.
Pell grabs it and smashes it. I don't like this town. He just throws it on the ground.
Well,
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
Just gonna walk out. We going up or down?
up.
Oh,
Yeah, I vote up.
I feel like down would be like a basement. Where are you gonna store like random ass mirrors? Upstairs or in the basement?
Probably upstairs, right? We're about to walk into a room full of mirrors.
You go upstairs, and the room is basically empty, except for the giant disco ball. no, no, it's largely empty. It's a square space sitting over top of most of this, and you see what would be a couple empty bedrooms there, but they've been totally taken apart, and the dividing walls have been torn down to make it one unified space. But there is literally nothing up here other than the windows that are on the walls. I think an open floor plan for this entire building.
Do we see any reflections in the windows?
Um, if you want to go up and make an investigation check, you certainly can.
You're gonna get banished to the Shadow Realm, dude.
6. You go up and walking up to the wall, having it be completely dark outside, you look at the mirror and see a totally darkened because of the light reflection of Warwick in the mirror, in the reflection of the window.
Awesome. Awesome.
While you're up there, Hell, are you the closest to the stairs?
I think it'd be either me or up, or I'm kind of just chilling right here in this little corner.
Make a perception check for me.
Okay. 12.
12. 12 is sufficient. You hear while you're investigating upstairs, you hear a large crash downstairs. And this,
Like from this way.
No. You are you not upstairs with Vork? Is Vork alone upstairs?
I think
We are in the stairwell, Hell. I think that we are like basically right outside. Like
Yeah.
we're standing where we are, but upstairs. And so we would have to then turn around and go downstairs.
Oh,
So
okay.
we heard it on the main floor.
Yeah. So, assuming you're upstairs, you heard a crash on the main floor. If you were in that stairwell area where your icon is, then you'd hear a crash somewhere in the house.
Alright. Hey guys, I heard something crash.
All right. Let's go check it out.
It's more ghosts.
I'll fight a ghost. Dude, I'll fight a ghost so hard. Y'all don't even know.
Go whip
I'm
their
gonna get
ass.
down here. I immediately, as I step out, I'm like cautious. I'm like practically tiptoeing.
As you step out, you feel a cold grab you in this room, and you hear whispers, just like an echoing, faint whisper, not from this room. You just hear the. It echoes in the emptiness of this house, and after you hear that, you hear that same scream again, just that ethereal caw, and then 3 specters join in this room and stare at you one by one, looking at you in your direction as they materialize, and then they begin walking towards you slowly, and then one breaks off into an unhuman-like sprint and charges straight at you, Igor.
Okay.
Let's have everyone re-roll initiatives.
Okay.
I think the entire map got moved.
Did I move the map? Oopsie, my bad. Didn't mean to do that. There you go.
That was a lame roll.
Oh my god, it was almost a 1.
Okay, so let me see here. 12 at 19. Okay. So all 3 specters are going to run directly at Ugbor, and all 3 of them are going to basically gang around him and try to grab at him at the same time. You see just this mass of blue, semi-transparent limbs just reach towards you. There's going to be a 10, 15, and an 18 to hit. What's your AC?
Sorry, I was muted. The 10 and the 15 do not hit. The 18 does.
The 18 does. Okay. So make sure my numbers here. Yes, that's right. Okay, so you're going to take 5 damage. I need you to make a con save for me.
Okay.
You feel the coolness grip you almost as if taking your breath away, and you suffered the damage of being grasped by a being not of this world, but you don't suffer any other effects. Pell, you are actually quicker than Ugbor at this time. It is your turn.
What was the damage again?
That would be a 5 damage.
Okay. Thank you.
Ugbor, this might hurt a little bit, but you know.
Buddy, I promise you, I'm hurting right now.
All right. So Pell will like hold up his oh my god, his little like holy symbol saloon and like lift it up. Be like, hey, can you help him out real quick, just for a second? And he's gonna lift it up, and like white light's gonna come out from it, and like it's gonna just come from the ceiling and just go over top of him. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam.
Okay.
I think if I center it on Ugbor, it should hit everybody like in that little radius.
Okay. Let me refamiliarize myself with that one. That's a fun one. 5-foot radius, 40-foot cylinder. Okay. When a creature enters its belly. Okay. Gotcha.
Well, if I could, I would try to put it like where it wasn't hitting Ugbor, but if I have to hit Ugbor with it, then I'm going to put it on Ugbor.
Okay, so let's say, so I can draw a thingy. No, I can draw shapes on here. Where is that? There you go. So a 5-foot circle would be something like that, about the size of one of your tokens there. And we'll say you can move it about there, and that would hit all 3 of them, at least marginally. I don't think you can move it to where it would hit all 3 of them. Yeah, we'll say you could move, like, right there, would barely not hit Ugbor.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cast it at third level spell save. Yeah, fuck it, I'll cast it at 3rd level. So whenever a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flame. So I think they would get hit by it at first.
Yeah, they're going to get hit by it as soon as their turn starts.
Okay.
Because they didn't enter it per se, and it doesn't hurt on cast. It'll be as soon as they start their turn, which they're going to be in the space, is when they take the damage.
I just don't. It's just weird wording on the when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time. So,
Yeah, I can tell what they were probably going for, but by the words,
yeah.
that's what's going to be. But it's that same effective thing. They're not going to do anything before they take damage.
Well, that will be it.
Vork, what are you doing?
I'm gonna throw dagger at this one.
Okay.
Can I see the middle guy?
Barely, between the transparency of the guy in front of him, because they are ethereal based, and Ugbor is giving him basically half cover.
I'm gonna throw a dagger at this guy, and then this one, if my person kills him.
Your voice is very low. I couldn't really hear that last one.
I want to throw a dagger at this guy,
I heard that one.
and then my second one, I'm either gonna throw at this guy or this one. We'll see what happens with the first one.
Okay, so first one, go ahead and roll for attack. $18's going to hit, so you can roll damage on that. That 21 damage. You throw your knife, and as you do, as hell is casting a spell, and the light is forming in the space that is engulfing them. You throw your dagger, and it hits that specter. Tell me where you threw it. Actually, I'll let you tell me.
What are they doing to Ugbor at the moment?
They were reaching to try and grab him, basically.
So they're probably facing him. I just want to hit him
Yeah, they're
right
pawing
where,
on me.
right in the temple.
Okay. You throw your dagger, and it finds home in the side of the head of that specter, and the specter just crumbles to the ground with the dagger still in its head, holding place. And just as soon as it makes contact with the ground, it's like shoot, what's the dry ice fog? Just mist across the ground.
Then I want to immediately follow up. Well, I want to step down,
Mm-hmm.
then throw another dagger at that one.
Fair enough. Go ahead and roll damage, or roll hit rather. $13 actually does hit, so we get more damage on that. Now, this is your secondary attack, so it doesn't have the sneak damage, right?
It shouldn't.
Okay.
It may include it on here. Yeah, it's going to include it on here.
Okay, so 9 damage though. Good to know. Okay. If that's it for you, Ugbor, these ghostly figures run towards you and start pawing at you. Your friends have your back and start casting spells and throwing weapons from behind you. What are you doing?
Okay, so I have taken damage now, yes?
Yes, you have.
Okay, well, your boy's gonna rage.
Awesome.
Let's see. Alright, and you know what?
What do I know?
Yeah, I'm gonna frenzy while I'm at it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so in my frenzy, I am going to I'm gonna use my greatsword and just horizontal sweeping slash.
Okay, roll to hit. Spilled juice everywhere. Oops.
Oh no.
Rip.
It's fine. Did you roll the hit yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. That's gonna
There we
hit.
go.
No, are you? Which one are you attacking?
Let's see. We're gonna start here. Yeah.
Where's here?
What? Did it not show up?
It does not.
You're drawing a symbol. You're not.
Oh, I see it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. There.
Okay, so that's
So-
gonna hit. Roll damage for me.
All right. This is gonna be
1d6. Well, I think it's a d6. Is it a greatsword d6? I think it is. Let me look it up. Might
yeah.
not be.
Greatsword.
Longsword's d6. I don't know about greatsword.
I think the greatsword is 2d6.
Oh yeah, 2d6 got me. So yeah, roll 2d6.
Okay. Hold on a moment.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I'm trying to get it to show me. Whatever.
It'll show you whatever. There you go. So 13. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. As you slice horizontally through the specter, you bisect it completely, and it just pops like a balloon, and just this bluish mist just falls to the ground. You said you're going to frenzy, right? So you have another attack.
Yes, I sure do. We're gearing up. We're gonna swing at this other one.
Okay, roll to hit on that one. That hits. You can roll damage on that. 11, okay. And even though your hits are landing, again, you're cutting through them, even though one apparently perished at your hand. The second one takes damage, but not nearly as much as you would like it to for the great sword that is flying towards it. Anything else for you on your turn?
Yeah, so anytime that I would attack, I get to attack again, so I'm hitting them with a third one.
Nice. Roll for it. That's definitely gonna hit. Roll damage one more time. 9. And as you take your secondary slash, tell me how you slice this figure.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to assume that the slash before, the one that was the 11, started with the sword at the ground. So I'm just gonna bring it up right in between the legs.
Okay, so
Ooh.
a big upswing through the legs, and again, your sword makes contact, and you feel like you're carving blood, and some sort of viscera must be spraying across the ceiling, but nothing is coming out. But you see the figure like stammer back and just hiss in the only way that it possibly can. Does that end your turn?
Yeah. With that, I end my turn.
As soon as that happens, this figure standing for is going to try and stand up again and look forward to you and raise its hand. But as it does, Pel's moonbeam comes to fruition, and the white just towers down, slamming into the ground. And as it does, only part of this specter is in that area, but all the same, the light energy comes straight down, nicking the shoulder of the specter, pulling it down to the floor, and slamming the rest of it down with it. And it also evaporates and is gone. And all these specters seem to be gone at this time.
You know, them little ghosts ain't shit.
They really don't seem to be, do they?
I've always heard tales of like ghosts, you know, possessing people and like wiping out towns and stuff.
Well, the majority of these guys we've almost all killed in one hit.
Yeah.
Well,
that's weird. We should try to find what crashed down here a second ago.
Can we scan this room to see if we see anything?
Sure. Will you perception check for me?
I have a weird feeling about this room right over here.
Bill, go ahead and make me a check too. Work, you don't see anything. Nothing immediate. Pill, as you look in through the threshold of that room, you see stones scattered across the floor in the entrance to that room.
What the hell? I like step in.
Stepping over some of the stones that are marring the floor of this room, you look over, and where the giant tablet once stood, the tablet has been cracked and shattered, mostly in half, more than half, and most of it has fallen forward onto the ground and cracked. And based on the cracking of the stone, the way it's scattered on the floor, and how it fell, you see. Well, actually, for this much, make an investigation check.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, the stone seems to have fallen and scattered across the floor. What remains on the wall is just propped up against the wall, and is a fraction of what was there to begin with.
I'll just step back out. Hey guys, stone broke. Step back.
Oh man.
Taking
Didn't
another
even
second
get to
to
break.
look at it, you see that the language on the stone has begun to fade, like the worn etchings on a long, forgotten tombstone.
Well, if that was important, we'll never know. Let's go downstairs.
Yeah, let's speed this along.
Speed running it.
As you get to the stairs, whoever's in the front, it doesn't need to make a check or anything, but whoever's in the front, of the line going downstairs. As you round the flight, the landing right there on the stairs to go down to the basement, you see that apparently the basement has caved in, and there is just rubble and rock at the base of the stairs going down.
Holy crap.
It doesn't look fresh, but nonetheless, the basement is inaccessible.
Oh,
Well,
Just gonna pretend that didn't happen.
yeah.
All right.
The ghosts are gone, right?
I mean, there's no more mirrors, I'm pretty sure.
I want to
No
go
more
back
mirror.
and check this room, see if anything's changed in here.
We'll go.
No,
So this is a
nothing.
closet.
Nothing has changed in that room. It appears exactly as you left it. You keep having this feeling like you expect the bus to turn and look at you, but nothing ever comes of it.
I want to go kick it over.
As you go up and kick over the bust, it teeters back and forth before falling off the pedestal and just shattering on the ground.
Ah,
Hey, what was that?
that was me. I broke something.
I think I'm gonna cop this wine.
Do it. It only ages.
I want to check the bookshelves, make sure there's no hidden anything.
Sure, you make an investigation check. Ugbor, that as you pick up the wine, it feels heavy. Like it feels like there's something in it. It's corked. You don't know much about wine. You can make an intelligence check if you want.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna look in this little closet right here.
Okay. And roll investigation as well. Vorik. You don't see anything. They're just a bunch of old books. Some of them are old research materials, but the pages are kind of torn. Most of them are scattered across the ground. You don't see anything important or anything that can be useful to you.
Awesome.
Man, we are not an intelligent group of people.
No, really, not at all.
Ugbor, I mean, it seems like a bottle of wine. I mean, it's old, and old and dusty wine means good, right? I mean, it's far as you
Yeah,
can tell.
dude, that's kind of the way I feel about it. I'm gonna dust it off. I'm gonna brush it off with my sleeve.
Hill, investigating that room, it seems like a bunch of storage that is long gone. It is crates that are full of some old clothes that have long mildewed, some old stacks of paper that have been eaten through by mice. It's just a bunch of trash, basically. Yeah, Ugbor cleaning off the bottle. You just it doesn't have a name on it. It just seems like a bottle of wine that's inlaid into a wooden base to help it stand up because the bottle was not made to stand up by itself. It looks winey enough for you.
Fair enough. All right. I'm gonna take it.
Okay. So you can now write in your inventory old wine. So what are you guys doing now? Note, after a few moments of searching the house again and going over everything, you feel the draft start to leave the house. Like it's not warm at all, but it wasn't as eerily cool as it was before.
You guys feel a little bit better in here now?
Yeah, I think.
I don't know. House is a house.
Yeah, I mean, it seems fine.
Not as good as the place I grew up in, I'll tell you that.
I want to do one last thing. I want to hit keys on this piano.
Okay, make a performance check. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. You succeed in more or less whatever you're doing. Can you describe what you're doing?
I'm gonna play like your standard piano chords, but after running through those, I want to throw in like a sour note on each one.
Easily enough to do. You have ability enough to play some basic chords on the piano, and every once in a while you hit a intentionally bad note and look around to see if anything reacts in the room, but nothing seems to.
I'm pretty good. Did you learn from anybody?
Kind of. Very similar to a accordion. The keys are the same.
An accordion,
Right.
eh?
Nice. Well, guys, I'm about done with this place. This is pretty gross. I don't like ghosts.
I think we came to do what we were supposed to do. Are there any doors we've not checked?
No, I don't think so. I think we've been pretty oh, hey, yeah, actually, there was this one thing over here. Oh,
what? Where?
wait. Never mind. Don't worry about
What
it.
is it?
No, it's nothing.
Tell
Okay,
me.
I want to look and see what it is now.
Okay. You look and you see just a plain window.
Nice. I like windows.
Did I notice anything about the window?
No, it's just your standard glass window. The house has many of them facing outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we should try to see if the house is still like disappearing from like the outside.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, if not, that might be useful information for the future.
Okay, so you guys are leaving the house then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you exit the house, it looks the same as when you entered. It's dark outside. The air has been cooled significantly by the evening, like a desert evening that loses much of its heat. But it's basically the same as when you last were outside. And looking at the house, it looks the exact same as when you entered.
All right. Akbor's gonna go outside of the gate.
Interestingly enough, as you go towards the gate door, you see from this side that there is a gate entrance, like a swinging door on the iron gate.
Ooh. Oh. Guys, check it out. There's actually a gate here now.
Oh.
I think we did it.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good. And I swing open the gate. I step on the other side and I close the gate and I look up.
You don't see any signs of illusion there. The house still stands there now. The gate remains where you've left it. The house is now visible from the outside.
Or throws both his hands in the air. Hey, we did it!
Hey, so like speaking of like, I know we weren't talking about like team names or anything, but you remember how we were going to call ourselves the Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
I think we could totally. It has validity to it now. We did it.
Yeah, that has some weight. That has some weight.
That does seem kind of accurate now.
Well, Vort, mark that off the list. We can go tell old Kitty Dude tomorrow.
All right.
Or
What
Mike
else?
it anyway.
What else we have?
We still got to make somebody lose in the arena place.
That happens in a couple days, I believe.
Yeah, that's actually, I think, in a specific tournament. The fight happening in a couple days is something else.
That one is at the end of the month, I believe. End of the week, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We got the flyers or something.
Yeah.
Well, this was a hard day's work, fellas. What do you say we go and drink about it?
That is acceptable.
I agree.
And while they're walking, Pell will pull out his Gandalf pop. Be like, I deserve this.
You've earned this one.
I earned this.
Okay. Now, where are you guys headed to get a drink?
Oh, dude, we don't know where.
Oh, Ugbor, let's take him to the tea lady.
The tea lady. Yeah, yes. That place was wild.
It was awesome. Just don't. You have to drink this one stuff with tea, and Ugbor said it was really good, but I drank it and it tastes like death, but I didn't...
Oh, it was, let me tell you, it
I
was
know
some
what
of the
you're
best
talking about.
stuff.
Okay, as you
I know.
guys are walking in the direction that you are familiar with this tea shop, it takes you a moment, but without cause, you feel any nearby music and sound to just start to drain from the world around you. The chatter of conversation of people in the nearby streets begins to mute as people around you seem to be recognizing the same occurrence. Total silence. Not a word is spoken, not a note played. Even the wind and ocean are seemingly holding their breath. What are you doing?
I know what they're talking about with the lady with the tea.
I believe you were there, yes.
I'm not sure if like you were there though. Bork was this T-posing in the background.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was it. Yeah. So have you guys noticed that this place is quiet? We've been here for a couple days and it's never been quiet once. Not even for a moment.
Yeah, this is odd.
Uh
Does anybody have any
Ugbor starts like looking around. He's getting defensive, paranoid.
It starts almost as a slight vacuum, like a pool of water before a tidal wave, but one that pays the air and the dust and water no mind. It feels like a pull on you. Individually, you feel it, like a tug of the heart in anticipation. And as soon as you feel a reprieve, it hits. Like a shockwave from a giant explosion, a rumble blast through your beings individually and booms audibly in the air. There is no pain, there's no force that pushes on rock or air or water. The pulse hangs in the air for a moment before you hear some children begin to cry in the distance. Some people begin whispering and talking. The sounds of the night just begin to bleed back into existence. People begin talking, although still quietly, that you might pass on the streets about what that might have been. Speculation on its source, north, west, ruined wood, elves, Adelcaster, something with a key wren, something different. What does it mean? Does it have a meaning? Was it some sort of natural cataclysm? But as the sound just begins to be let back into the world, Vorik, you specifically feel something emotional. A feeling in your heart that something was just declared, something important, something that slips your mind. You feel like you should be excited or expectant, but it eludes you as to what it could be. What are you guys doing?
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, that was hella weird. I feel like my heart blew up for some reason.
What do you?
Yeah.
What's in that pipe?
It's halfling leaves.
Oh no.
I mean, it's never made other people deaf.
No, yeah, no. Like, listen, everybody. They're all talking about it. Something big just happened, guys.
Weird. You guys like feel different or anything?
Yeah, well, I feel like accomplished and like happy and excited for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah, I do feel different. I feel like I have to take a shit.
Awesome.
And you guys are headed to the tea shop still?
Yeah. I want to ponder on this the whole way there and be like, what the? Why? What am I feeling?
Okay. Make me, Vorik, a history check. No, nothing strikes you. It's something that just eludes you. It's a puzzle you can't quite figure out. Funnily
So,
enough,
like,
though, as you go ahead.
I was gonna say, so like, Pale's been alive like kind of a long time. Has like that ever happened before?
Not in your lifetime that you can recall.
Yeah, that was weird. It was really weird.
The closest thing you can relate to it is the booms of the fight between Dorgma and the Phoenix, but not in the same regard.
Yeah, it was really weird.
As you approach the tea shop, you notice movement on the inside, and you see the older lady that was there before um, approach the door and wave at you happily, and then give a paused bow and gesture to the sign at the door that she flips to closed, and as she locks the door and then turns around and walks back and starts dampening all the candles and lamps.
Oh, we come too late.
Lame.
Looking around, actually, you see that many places are like this now. Suddenly, people are closing up shop. Most people in the city that you see walking the streets at this time of night are very uneasy. Um, People seem to be taking a moment to try and absorb what just happened. Some are maybe worried, but nobody has an answer that you have overheard or hear passing by. But those that are in charge of any kind of front, other than perhaps the few straggling taverns, everybody seems to be just closing up and keeping an eye.
I think we picked a bad night to drink, guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Honestly, this is kind of giving me the creeps.
who here do we trust?
It's weird that it made you happy and it's made everybody else scared.
Well, maybe because I don't know. Or maybe because I'm from here.
But why is everybody else still freaking out over it?
I have no idea. What time of day is it?
It
It
is
is late.
late, yeah, it's close to midnight.
I really don't want to go back to the tiger guy.
No, we won't do that tonight.
How close are we to Gurky's?
You are a fair jaunt away. You're at least 4 or 5 blocks.
And how close are we to where we've been staying?
At the Morning Glory, that is just about a block and a half away.
I would say let's go there and ask around. Obviously, they'll be talking about it.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be up at least.
The only reason I was wondering about Gurky is he's probably the only one here that I trust at the moment.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I definitely don't trust Tosvavas or Winterman.
So where are you guys going?
Back to where.
Morning Glory.
Yeah.
Okay. Easily enough found. You're getting more familiar with the city, so you're finding more ease of navigating it. You get there in not a lot of time. You enter, and there is the goblin that was asleep at the desk before that you found. He is now awake and alert, not playing with anything, just sitting there and hands in his lap, just kind of staring forward and consciously aware of everything that he can be. He sees you come in, and the door gently jingles as it closes behind you with the door with a little bell that's been placed on the door. You get in the same rooms.
Yeah. Hey, what just happened? What was that? Does that happen? Like sometimes or something? Is that normal?
Not that, no. Not that I'm familiar with. It makes me very uneasy.
What usually follows that?
If you could tell me, I would love to hear it.
No, it was really weird.
He holds his hand out silently while looking around the room. And without staring at you, he's scanning the room with his eyes. 3 gold.
Guys, I got it this time.
I definitely don't have it. I have nothing but this weapon and the breastplate.
Whoever wants to can make an intelligence check real quick.
I feel like I should be a pale thing.
Phil, you notice from the times you've stayed here, there is no consistency with how much he's charging you for these rooms.
No, I don't even. Concept of money didn't even apply to me until not that long ago.
His hand remains outstretched. Are you going to pay him the gold?
Take it, little man.
Thank you. Here's your keys. And he turns around and grabs keys off the wall for the same rooms you've actually been staying in, not the original honeymoon suite, but the ones from the previous time. And he hands you keys and gestures you upstairs. Have a good night.
You too, little guy. Okay, I was just gonna walk upstairs.
Okay. Are you guys going to do anything else before you retire?
Yeah. Ugbor, once he makes it to where his bed is, he's gonna get his sword out and kind of brush his hands over the blade and say a prayer to Grumsh and start attuning to the weapon.
Okay. Understood. Lorik, are you going to do anything in particular?
No, I want to go lay in bed and still ponder over this. Try to figure out what the hell is going on and why don't I remember what this is.
Okay. As you sit in your rooms and ponder the day's events and attune to your items and do your individual routines before bed, sleep finds you fairly easily. And you have exploratory dreams trying to decompress what has been absorbed today, but nothing interluding, nothing major in any kind of way, nothing even that has a revelation to you as to what can expound on anything that's happened. And soon enough, the sounds of night fade away, and sounds of day creep into your heads through the windows. Sound of people outside, the sun rising, stuff trying to return to normal. Music begins to play, picked by random people in the street, and smells of early morning meals being prepared and things come to you. Eventually you wake up and you have long rested. And for our purposes, we'll say that you are now awake and the day has begun. What are you doing now?
Hold on. Fucking my spells real quick. What do I need for today?
Has Ugbor attuned to his weapon or not yet?
Yes, you have.
Oh, I've got an idea.
We'll say you got more than 8 hours of sleep, and part of yours was to attune to your weapon.
Okay. Ugbor straps his only remaining belongings, the breastplate, the greatsword, and some botany notes, and a token of anti-scrying to himself, and goes downstairs.
Falonkort, what are you doing?
He leaves his backpack.
I want to try to reach out to Brewster again before heading downstairs.
Okay. Is there anything you wanted to say to him in particular?
Not really, other than I want to ask him about that again. Ask him if he's figured anything out yet.
Okay. At this time, you do not get an answer.
All right. I'll go ahead and put that away, and then go ahead and gather my stuff and head on downstairs.
Hello.
Pell's going over his morning prayers, trying to think of something that he will need for the day. But he's just gonna get his stuff up. He carries everything. Well, he put everything in his bag of holding, so you don't really give a shit about leaving his book bag or anything.
Okay, so you're heading downstairs now?
Yeah.
You go downstairs, and there is a different person at the desk. This one is a dwarven lady. She doesn't pay much mind. There's people in the large reception area of this relatively large inn, and one of them sitting on one of the benches next to the door. And upon your entrance and scanning the room, this person sees you, all three of you, and stands up from sitting. He is a dark-skinned human. His head is totally shaven, and he is wearing a fur covering similar to that of a kilt, with a sash cotton top that is just a wide strip of cloth that goes from his right waist over the opposite shoulder and back again, connected to the fur that's gray in color. He carries a stack of papers in his left hand, and there's a spiked hammer that dangles off of his right side on his belt. And he begins to approach you. What are you guys going to do?
I kind of want to be like keep my guard up
I was still fucking with my spells, to be honest.
and watch. I want to like make eye contact with him and watch him walk over to us.
Hello there.
His face is hard but not unkind. Hello, my name is Blurette. I'm looking for a group of people that match your description. Are you, and he looks at the papers that he's holding. Vorik, Ugbor, and Peldiniel.
It's Pellinel.
I have no idea who those people are. What do they? What do you need to do with them?
I have been sent on behalf of Mr. Gerkvart Zasnilekt Gliad.
Yeah, that it's us. It's us.
Yeah.
He requests your attendance at a meeting. Do you still have the manifest you were given? He checks his notes again. By the Tedikus.
Looked at for it.
Yeah, I'm also looking for it.
May I see it, please?
I'm going to try to dig through my bag and see if I can find it.
I mean, you find it eventually.
Just be like, yeah. Here, I think it. Yeah, I think it's it.
He takes the small binding from you very gingerly, very politely, and holds it out slightly from his person in his open hand before taking the papers that he was holding and placing them under his arm and taking a small stone out of his pocket. The stone looks like a smooth river rock, tan in color, and he holds it up, and the papers he took from Borg at an arm, as much of an arm's length as he can, while holding papers under his other arm. And he's going to touch the stone to the stack of papers from the Tadiku Den and speak a word, Ignice. And the papers, touching the stone, begin to immediately catch fire and are immediately consumed in flame. Before the flames can get to his hand, he, like you hold a match until it's almost too hot to touch, drop it on the ground, wait for the flames to consume most of the rest of the fire, and then stomp it out. And the dwarf lady is talking to someone else on the other side of the room and doesn't happen to notice this. You would not be needing that any longer. Your debt has been paid. Please follow me. And he turns on his heels and heads towards the door.
It was the ghost, I told you.
Well, I guess we'll start following him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess your family's fucked, but
He opens the door and walks out, and the door starts to close behind him.
Or we'll catch up to him.
Holy crap.
You were so dumbfounded your voice broke for a second.
still broke.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
still back.
He's stuttering.
I gotta go turn on the heat real quick. I'll be right back.
There you go.
Yeah. We follow him.
Yeah, you might need to jump out and back in. I'm not sure what's up. You're totally like roboty. Well, while we wait on that, we'll just say you guys choose to follow him, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. He leads you from the place you are staying down the street, and does not stop for anything. He just weaves around people that are not in his way, and he leads you just basically straight to the door of the Gurk Depot. This building you are very familiar with at this point. You go up the two steps that lead to the door, and you enter through those doors to the foyer, over the thick rug, and past the propped open doors that lead into the main showroom floor. You walk past the sign that boldly advertises the fire sale tax, reminding everyone that theft is being recorded by scrying stones and is largely discouraged due to the fact that they would have an image on you and the item you stole, encouraging other patrons to hunt you down for this item and rewards for a discount. He proceeds past all this kind of briskly. He walks past the aisles of merchandise, over the wine-colored carpet, and walks directly behind the register area on the left side of the building, very briefly giving a nod of acknowledgement to the cashier waiting there. And he walks behind that cashier's area, pushing aside the curtain that matches the carpet in its wine color, and the curtain falls behind him. Are you guys still following?
Yep.
As
Yes.
you walk behind the curtain that's behind the registered area, as you begin to walk through the registered area, the cashier there sees you and nods and just lets you pass. In the room behind the curtain, you see desks, bookshelves, chests, crates of inventory, rolled up carpets, ink, paper stacks, and wrapping supplies, just standard, basically resupply things for the operation of a business. Once all of you have made your way past the curtain into this room, Blurette turns around to face you and says, "This way." And he gestures towards a narrow set of stairs at the back of the room, with curtains would block the path, but they've been pulled back and tied to the sides of the hallway that makes it this stairwell. Are you guys want to go up the stairs?
Yep.
Yeah. Go.
Okay, heading up the stairs, they wind clockwise in a wide arc. At the top, they open up to a large meeting room. As you enter, you see a long, intricate table that's been carved with numerous inlays and decorations. The table's been set with snacks including dried meats and cheeses and fruits, pitchers of water, wine, and drinking glasses. Some of these treats and amenities are placed on small tables on the sides of the room. Other than this one long table in the middle of the room, there are some chairs and seats along the edges of the room. In this room, as you walk in, you spot two individuals. Savant, would you please describe your character?
Yes, I am a deep red gold mix, dragonborn color with fiery red eyes. Just, yeah, I'm just deep red and gold. No hair.
Okay, and where are you positioned in this room?
I am passed out on the couch with a bottle of wine in my hand.
And down the room, you see another figure. Dash, would you please describe your character?
I am a bearded gnome with just a permanent with just what looks like permanent soot stains on my all over my face. I've got a pair of goggles up over my forehead, and the skin underneath is red, but not like naturally red, but it looks like it's basically any sort of like what you would get from continuous exposure to like arc flash in welding. I'm wearing a I'm wearing a simple, tunic and a like just a thick leather apron that looks very much worse for wear. And yeah.
So these
Did I say I was a gnome?
So these are the two characters you see in this room that you were escorted to. Behind Pelinel, who's the last one in the room, I don't know who dropped from the game there. I think it was Anthony.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's that?
Yeah, it was me. So sorry. For some reason, every time I connect to Roll20, it just takes my bandwidth.
Yeah, you're still coming in and out, but it's much better than it was. But these are the two figures you see in the room, and Pelinel's the last one of our three to enter the room. And behind Pelinel, Blurette enters behind him and says, "Mr. Gurgvarg will be in shortly. Please make yourselves comfortable."
Do you want us to describe our characters to him, Dustin?
Yes, please. We'll start with Pel.
Alright, so Pell is a really fucking tall dude. He's like 7'10". He's purple faced. He's kind of got like a cowish, deerish looking kind of nose. Little tiny glasses on his head. His hair is like pulled back in a bun. He's got like bright red dragon scale armor on. He's got like little symbols and like little like finery across him. It's got like little stars and moons and shit all across him. He's got a big warhammer on his back, and I got like a little shield like across it too, both on my back right now. He's also very chubby. He's a chubby boy.
Vorik, please describe your character.
Hold on, I got my mouth full.
That figures.
Hot.
I'm a elf, tannish skin, which you won't see a lot of other than my arms. Have my hood up, which is up majority of the time. Wearing leather armor with waves and shells all over the armor. Carrying a rapier on my side. What you can see of my skin is covered in ethereal-looking tattoos that seem to flow rather than be a solid work of art. As far as what you can see for me, the majority of what you can see is dark or purple eyes showing through the shadow of the hood, and then just a scruffy beard behind it all.
And
Rather
Ogbor.
short, I believe. I'm like 5'9".
And Ogbor, please describe your character.
Okay, so Ugbor is a young half-orc. His appearance is a lot closer to traditional orcs. He has grayish-green skin. The color of his eyes are red. He's 6 feet 4 inches, and he's built like a brick shit house. He weighs 500 pounds. He has dreadlocks that are brown, and towards the ends they're dyed red. Let's see. Pell, could you describe for me what your original breastplate looks like? Cause I'm now wearing it.
So the original breastplate I had was, I mean, it's just like a regular, like normal breastplate, except it has like a crescent moon indented in the center of it.
Okay, so I'm in a breastplate with a crescent moon on it. Strapped to my back is a sword. That's pretty much it to me. I'm young. I look young. Probably, if you know very much about orcs in this world, you would guess that I'm about halfway through, sadly, the life cycle for orcs. So,
Hell looks old as shit. He's like, white hair everywhere. And he's also purple. I don't know if I said that.
Immediately after you hear this briefing from Mr. Blurette, he turns to go back down the stairs, but you hear him stop after just a couple steps. This is a private meeting. Who can I help you? Munson, please tell us what you are going to say in response.
Yes, I am part of the party. I was late. I am here to meet with your guests as well.
Please continue, but you are not on the register, so I will be waiting with you.
Sounds fine with me, thank you.
He welcomes you through, but follows you back up the stairs and waits in the room with you guys. Munson, please describe your character as you enter the threshold behind Paladel.
As you walk in, you would notice I would be eye level to the half-orc, pure blue, wearing a white shawl over my body with a brown satchel on my side. No weapons visible. Very, very slim, about 6'2", and his eyes. He seems to be breathing. Looks like maybe through his eyes, as his ears are pushed in. You can't see any visible ears. His nose is flat, and he just kind of walks in smiling with a book in his hand.
Oh, hello everyone.
Hello. How was your last adventure? Looked quite exciting. How are the ghosts?
We killed him, I think.
I feel that. Very amazing tactic you guys have. And I noticed Savant sleeping on the couch, passed out again.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard to spot. You can see him
Yeah.
sleeping.
Oh, I see Savant is here. Wonderful.
you two know each other?
He is a arena champion.
Oh,
But he's a stronger alcoholic than a fighter. Yes. I've seen a couple of his fights. I've betted on a couple of his fights. Of course, betting for him for the win to win my rewards.
I woke up to the word alcohol. I just kind of look around.
hey.
Who are you
lives.
people?
Savant, what are you doing here?
Well, if you would know his name if it's different than Savant.
Oh, that's true. I'm trying to remember. What is this character's name?
My name is Alfred Whipplebottom. How could
Oh,
you
yeah.
misremember my name? Come on now. I even shared a few drinks with you, if memory serves.
Yeah, I'm surprised you have any memory left, Alfred.
Not much. I don't remember what I got to do to get in jail, but details.
Yes. I was not there for that one, but I did hear the same story.
It takes a few
Try-
moments of waiting, and Blurred is waiting in the corner patiently with his arms crossed, just allowing the casual conversation to happen. But after just a short time, you hear a shuffling on the stairs. It takes a second, but you all eventually hear it and look towards the stairwell. And a goblin emerges in the threshold. A small elderly man with wispy white hair has been combed to the side tastefully. He wears gray dress pants with matching vest over a black buttoned shirt. The outfit is small, but is made well for him and looks very dignified on his figure. He carries a long-grained, dark wood quarterstaff that he uses to walk, and has a black pouch on his side, almost form-fitted to whatever it contains, and is hooked around his belt on his pants. He walks slowly towards the far side of the table, eyeing all of you in the room, giving curious looks to... forgive me, Munson, I forgot your character's name.
It's Munson.
Oh, it was just Munson? Okay, cool. I thought I forgot something.
No.
He looks curiously towards your character, but then continues walking towards the other end of the table. In passing, he stops at the very center of the table and places 3 clear gemstones on the very center, and he places them in the center of what seems to be this carved design. We'll say Savant, make me a Arcana check.
Alright, give me a second.
You can change your names in Roll20 to your actual character's names, because I'm going to forget. Alfred, please. Maybe
Yeah.
Arcana check.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll yeah, just trying to load up the character sheet, taking a little bit.
No problem.
Can I roll one?
Yes, absolutely.
How do I change mine in Roll20?
Hell, do I not have an Arcana?
Might be
19 for my Arcana.
okay. It might be an outside of the game kind of thing. Like you might have to go into your profile when we're outside of the actual game. You can make your profile that way.
Why did it roll that way? Interesting.
Automatic advantage, disadvantage. It's not a problem. It's a 9.
Okay.
Munson, you said yours was 18 or 19?
19. 19.
Munson, you notice that the carvings are not purely decorative. They seem to be arcane in design, and they're laid out in a fashion that seemed to be some sort of glyph work on the table. But he places the 3 gemstones in the center of the glyph work, and he raises the quarterstaff, and with 3 swift cracks, 1, 2, 3, he cracks the end of his quarterstaff along the gemstones and crushes them to various degrees. As soon as he does this, the glyphs on the table immediately glow. The gemstone shards melt away and become part of the table, glowing themselves. This energy then just ignites in the middle and shoots a beam of light towards the ceiling. The beam hits the ceiling and spreads out across the room, covering the rectangular room from floor to ceiling, wall to wall, border against the thresholds of the room, creating a pale white shield that covers the entirety of this room. And not only are the runes in the center of the table glowing when this happens, but Munson, you also notice with a 19 that every aspect of the table is glowing in very fainter regard. It's harder to pick out when the center of the table is glowing so brightly, but the etchings along the edges of the table that seem to be metal inlays of some sort also have a faint shimmer to them. Just a bit of protection. he says as he finishes walking towards the head of the table. He sits down on a chair with a slightly elevated seat, bringing his small torso up to the tabletop. Well, now look at the lot of you. And wait a minute, who are you? He's looking at Munson.
I am a friend of Alfred and a admirer of the three that have approached Ukbar, which I've heard his name multiple times, and his Furbolg friends. And to be honest, I don't know the gnomish fella in the corner. I don't think I've ever recognized him. But I'm here to assist them in their grand scheme of life. Me and Alfred go way back.
I see. Well enough. Anyway, I have a sense for things. Can any of you smell that?
Bill's
What?
good.
The rock is cooking?
Sorry, that might have been me. I was passed out drunk a little bit. I was here overnight with no shower, no nothing.
No, not that. I'm familiar with that. The stink in the air from the previous night's events.
Yeah, what was that?
If you can't smell it, it's about to hit the fan. That pulse of energy has left a stink in the air that churns my stomach. Look, I'm an old man. I have made my stake, I feel, and more of my share, more than my share probably, and looking to wrap up shop. I have a sense for when things are about to go sideways. It's how I've gotten so successful and stayed alive for so long. There's a few personal ends I need tied up before I make my next venture, and I like to personally see that I am escorted properly on this leg of my life before I add my bones to the dirt. I don't feel like this area will be safe for much longer. I just have a sense for that, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't like it. Anyway, from what I have insight on, which is not a lot, just a vibe I'm getting, but I need a team to help me achieve the last few things on my list before I'm to move on, and people that are more than appropriate and capable, I need to assist me. That's why I've placed my bet on you. And as he says the last word, his eyes scan the room, and his face gets kind of hard. How good of a bet that is remains to be seen. But from what I've observed, this is the best I can manage. I have paid off your debt, looking at Vorik and Ugbor and Pelno. I've broken you out of prison, looking at Alfred. And some of you have unfinished business, with me particularly, looking at Flint. If you agree to sell
What?
them...
Yes, no. What?
If you agree to
I'm
sell
sorry.
them to me...
It wasn't me.
It's okay. We'll get to that. If you agree to sell them to me, we can see to it that all these balances are equalized, and I have many assets I can help me with. My name carries a fair bit of weight in certain parts of the world. Though not bound solely to me, I simply hope that I can help guide you to areas that will profit everyone involved. I'm sure you have questions, and I am full of answers. So before this, and he pulls out of his breast pocket, struggling to do so, keeping something in his pocket, pulling out a folded packet of papers. He unfolds them and slaps down on the table and spreads with his hand a set of contracts. Before we go further, I am more than happy to answer any questions you might have, but know that at least I am partially expectant on you, being that I have done favors for all of you, have been kind to you in the past, and I hope that my name precedes me, and this could be a good deal for you as well to get involved in my professional affairs.
I want to take a quick and thorough look at the contract that he has presented us and see if there's any fine print or anything odd.
Yes, begging your pardon. I'm here on business from Shale, and I was told that you were able to acquire a certain relic for me.
Yes, that's part of your and I's dealings. It's a little complicated at the moment. You see, my supplier has backed out of our agreement in some regards and has fallen off the face of the earth. I will help direct you to where this individual resides and hope that we can collect both your item and some things otherwise that he is owed to me. And in the meantime, I will give you a refund partially on the event that hopefully will fulfill the rest of itself.
Have to be careful near that edge of the face of the earth. Could just fall off. Morons, though.
We shall see. This one in particular is actually incontinent, believe it or not. Just north of Red Ash, I believe.
So he's fallen back down?
I beg your pardon?
Well, he fell off the face of the earth, yes? So,
Oh, I get you.
and he's fallen back down, yes?
He's around. I will bring you to him directly, at least to the best of my knowledge. But
Wonderful. Let's
take a
go.
moment to read the contracts, please. Take your time. If you have any other questions as to what my ends would be, what I have in mind, or if you simply are here for the money, that's fine, but I'm an open book to those that I employ, and I wish for you to be totally comfortable in our arrangement. He sits back in his chair at this point and laces his fingers and just sits waitingly. Some of you may be looking over the contract, and some of you may be pondering your decisions and thinking about what you might be getting yourself into. But tell me, what are you guys doing?
I'm sorry, it says here, errand tasker. What sort of tasks might we be erranding here?
Oh, that's the whole agreement, is that you come with me to help escort me certain places to make sure that I am safe. But my whole thing is that and this is part of the contract, and I expect not to leave this room. That's part of the thing, is that I am edging on retirement, and I wish to hold certain treasures in my hands before I do. So, I will be leading you to certain leads on relics, artifacts, other curiosities that I wish to acquire. If you can acquire them from me, then you'll be paid amicably, and I will receive my little trinket before I fold away.
So you were on after us nicking a few things, yes?
No thievery involved, just difficult things to acquire.
Those are usually best handled by thievery.
So,
True, and I'm not against any thievery you do. I have no qualms against your means, but not on my list anyway. I also have some few minor tasks I need to tear up on. The first one would be a delivery that I need to make before we go off in our own path. But I need a business thing I need to take care of in Cliff Crag to a higher up there that I've promised a delivery to, similar to Mr. Flint here. So that would be the first undermining task we need to take care of, and I have a list of others. But common fetching things like that.
How about the term of the contract? I see here it says until released at the discretion of you. This sounds a whole lot like servitude.
No, it's entirely purely the wordage. I could find no better wordage, honestly. It protects me mainly, but this is not a tract of servitude or slavery. It is, until we agree on a departure date, I only have about 3 things I want to take care of. But if you want out, give the word and I will dismiss you from the contract. That is not out of the purview.
Okay.
It was like reading the contract and obviously not like retaining anything that it's saying. He's just gonna like look at it, look back up, look at it, look back up. Gurky, like this aside, I will totally help you out in whatever you need. Still give me my money though, right?
Oh, yes, that was another part of it, wasn't it? Hang on, I almost forgot. And he walks over to a chest that appears to be a bench. It's a big part of the furniture, but he sweeps aside a, um, a, a drapery of a blanket of sorts that laid over top of it. He moves it to the side to reveal the bench to be an actual box chest, and um, he opens the chest with a combination of gestures. And after he makes the gestures, the box kind of springs open, and he raises the lid, reaches inside, and grabs two medium-sized bags and one small bag, closes it, reverses the incantation, reputs the blanket over top of it. He goes over to the table. It's heavy for his little self, but he manages to walk over to you, and with a heavy thunk and jingling of coins, he lays the two large bags and one small bag on the table in front of you. Here is our agreed remainder. It was not easy to acquire at this time, but I always manage.
Well, I truly appreciate it. Now I will go to the ends of the earth. That apparently is a thing that I didn't know about.
And you don't want to fall off it, though.
No, I'm big food. I'd fall for a very long time. And
Sir, I must ask here, being as I am from Fiola, do you have any, oh, how do I put this, history of alcoholism or drug dependency in your own experience or in your family?
Not in my immediate discourse, but I do have some employees that can bother some. One got out of hand, never again.
But you... Right. What was your childhood like?
My childhood?
Yes, let's just make sure this isn't too high of a risk. Drug dependency and alcoholism, we are in South Sunder after all.
Make a persuasion check.
I am all for getting out of this city. I do not like it.
What's wrong with this
What
city?
is wrong?
No,
Yeah, what is wrong with the city? That's all you ever need.
it's awful. I had everything I needed before I came here.
You ask him this, and he looks back at you, thinking for a minute, his lips kind of purse. Maybe in time. To satisfy your request, I don't personally indulge much anymore. Not that I don't. But it is not at your risk. The clause is there purely to protect me from scandals who would choose rather to inebriate themselves than do their jobs.
Wait, so you're worried that we would fall into alcoholism or drug dependency?
Yes, and if you do, and you are under contract, I would immediately break your contract and lose your value within.
And these contracts are individual, correct? Should some of us struggle more with the attenuated substances?
Hey, listen,
and I just look across the room at the couch.
If anybody gets drunk around me, I will make sure they're not drunk.
I'm not
Hey,
saying...
wait a minute, Judah.
Are you
I'm
saying
not
that?
saying that you cannot drink. Calm down. I'm not against that at all. I'm saying that if it becomes a problem, if you read the contract, it says alcoholism, not drunkenness. If you become addicted and it becomes a problem that I have to deal with, I have the legal aspect to deal with it. That is all.
I can totally make one not drunk.
I do better sometimes when I'm...
Are there any further questions you have? might interest you. Before we begin.
Must we figure out your 3 needs before we sign, or do we need to sign before you tell us your needs?
Oh, not at all. I just was didn't want to intrude if it wasn't of a curiosity to you. Well, I have to deliver a book, like I told you, an item to a I don't know what his relationship with me would be technically. We'll just call him a customer. Then must deliver an item to a customer in Criftcraig. We must pursue our deviant supplier for Mr. Flint here, north of Red Ash. I have things I need to take care of in 2 different places. One being I would love to get a final confirmation without runaways or cowards upon the location of the long gone Red Dragon and see what is left of whatever the hoard or monetary treasury value that was there. I'm curious about that. And I must make one more stop to a place called the Memory Tree. Are you familiar with that?
Would I remember that one?
I may have been there, but I can't remember.
Anybody that wants to make me a history check?
Hey, I remember it actually. Hank told us about it.
That'd be a 21 from me.
My drunk buddy Hank.
Yeah, he told us about it in that one spot.
Oh yeah, he did.
Okay, so Munson, you and you alone and the people who've been told before, such as Pelnell and Boric and Abor, I believe, you would know that the Memory Tree is a place that you cannot find unless you're not looking for it. It lies somewhere in the scattered wilds and is almost a child, almost like it has the history of like a child's lullaby or a story you would tell a child about a place that holds memories of things that are long gone, a place that someone can go and experience histories of the past, and somewhere where someone can go to deposit memories of loved ones or something that they believe to be worth remembering.
Then yes, I do remember such a place. Quite a place to be if you can find it.
Yes, it's
Yes.
a little difficult, but I have a lead. Those are my personal tasks before I take my leave to
A
Iceland.
lead?
Yes, I have.
You're not gonna put that on one of us. You're not gonna be weird though. Like,
No, sir. A lead is in a tale telling me some details that might assist in our location of the tree.
scatological.
I do not hold my employees by lead unless they pay extra.
So your contract says 0 to 100%. Now is that 0 to 100% per employee, or is that divided based on accomplishment through the team?
Yes,
I do believe we may need to establish a rider here.
Yes, that aspect of the contract says that I am at sole discretion on how much of the percentage of our keel we get to distribute. That is to say, let's say we get to the cave of the old dead dragon and find it chock full of gold. If it is full of gold coins and jewels and treasures, I can decide how much I want to give you for effort of your work. But, like I said, I hope that my name precedes me and my reputation. I am very fair in everything I do. I simply wish to be in control of the numbers. That is all.
How about this? And while you may be fair, I'd never trust, no matter what, has kept me alive this long. What if we modify that percentage to at least 25 to 100? so that we at least guarantee something.
I can respect that. That's not an unreasonable ask.
I'm sorry, are you anyway related to Peter McAllister, the father?
Are you addressing me?
No. Our sobering up friend over there.
No.
I have no fucking idea at this point.
I know what you're talking about, but that's funny.
Oh no, like I know exactly what he's talking about. At this point, I don't even know what voice I'm trying to stick with this character.
It's a good voice for it, so keep it up.
I'm like going between Russian and Scottish accent and with this deep voice. I'm like, I have no idea anymore.
It'll get there. Like all the. I always think it's funny how Sam Riegel started with a British accent for not, and then eventually just landed on something totally different.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
feel free to answer any more questions. And he's talking now as he's editing the contracts to say 25 to 100%. Besides this correction, I will entertain any other thoughts or any questions you may have. Please just be open and free before we get the show on the road if you are not adverse.
Where are you wanting us to do this?
Now, what happens being your bodyguards? What happens if we are not able to actually protect you and you end up dying? What is the consequences of that act?
I can bring him back to life.
I mean, it's not laid out in the contract with a direct thing on the bodyguard portion, but it is part of it that you would agree to. Let me look it up here. You would not inflict any harm directly or indirectly, obvious or concealed through means of neglect or intent. Basically, you will do your best to not let me die, and if you do intend to do me harm and let me die, then you forfeit all of your gains in this venture. But other than that,
and with being a magical binding, that would indicate that if the contract itself, which believes we purposely set you to fail, the contract would know, and which would punish us in some way. Yes.
Oh yes, this contract is magically binding. It is woven into the fabric. The runes you see here along the edges, the words within are binding as far as common language can be concerned. Now, I want to elaborate, though. If you are unable to protect me in any regard, if something were to happen, and let's say the earth devours me whole, as long as you didn't intend for that to happen and didn't do it maliciously, you are not breaking contract, and that is just an unfortunate occurrence that will eventually befall me.
Ah, yes. Force majeure.
I'm more concerned about the fact that he had asked such questions. Do you plan on killing him?
Well, yeah, keep my mind open, Sunder. Lots of things happen here, you know that, Alfred. Sunder is quite a pleasant place for some, but it's not pleasant for others.
I would agree with that, but it makes me concerned you ask such questions. Anywho, I'm okay with the current contract if anyone else is.
Yeah,
Now, I see no explicit wordage. However, this being a magic contract, are we in any way duty-bound to avenge you should you fall at the hands of, say, the Earth? Or fall off it, even?
No, there's no guarantee of that. It is up to your pure discretion. I will not hold you to any kind of bindings after I am long gone.
Well, you wouldn't, but would our contract?
No, it does not hold any language that says such.
You wouldn't be here to do it. You'd be dead.
Oh yes, but any bindings in the contract, any magical efficacy would long outlive me if it's still effective. Let's say that I write you a contract that says, from now until Wednesday, your pee shall turn to wine. And you sign the contract, and I kill over on Tuesday. For the next day after that, you're still going to, extrapolate wine.
I would not mind that at all.
I'm just trying to communicate that Magics of this realm have no regard for the longevity of my personal being.
All right. I'll pull out my my quill and I'll say a few words and have it actively spurt ink as I sign your name on it.
I just take a nearby quill and kind of blow a little bit of heat onto it and kind of like just a little bit of burn marks as I make my name. Not enough to burn through the paper, but kind of enough to scorch it a little bit.
Are there any holes for the other four of you?
I reach into my bag and I actually have a whole kit for a whole scrap. Hold on, what is it called? Yes, I have a full. I have my own writing kit, so I take my copy of the contract and in small, like 8-point font. However, very like loopy and grandiose for the small font. I sign my full name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a quill. So he's like, oh, can somebody sign this for me?
Here, slide that paper over here.
Same here.
Slide the paper over here. I will sign for you.
You may not sign for another. You may borrow a quill.
Is that how magic contracts work here?
It is binding to the person who signs it, not necessarily the exact signature. You would need to sign the paper yourself.
Just
Well, then here, you can borrow my quill. Be careful, it's a little warm though.
could he not just stab his blood to the magical seal and it will provide with a signature?
That would suffice.
I don't know about that. I'll just sign.
Bringing blood into it. Haha, terrible idea. I can't wait to see.
Oh, I've signed normally, so I'm fine.
Now, Pal will be like, is anybody got a quill I can borrow? Just for a second?
Sorry, mine only works under my command.
Kirky, I mean, if you want me to sign this, I need something to sign it with.
I just realized I was
Needed. But here, go ahead and borrow my quill. Be careful, it's a little warm.
Oh, thank you.
Also, yes, regarding to the blood contract, my master's always told me never sign magically binding contract with blood.
Don't sound like something I should do.
No, unless you want something bad to happen oftentimes.
I'm alright.
He starts to go around and collect the contracts as they are effectively signed. Vorik and Ugbor, are you signing yours?
Yeah, Ugbor signs his.
Yeah, Vorik already had his sign from the get-go.
Okay.
I've known.
I'm not quite
13.
sure, but I don't see Ugbor in game. Is everything okay on your end?
Yeah, no, it's. I'll try joining it again here in a second, but every time I join Roll20, my connection just taps out.
Ah, okay. Okay, fair enough.
He takes all the contracts and folds them up. Good, good. With that out of the way, I have some things to get in order. Firstly, here, take these. And he tucks the contracts away in his vest pocket and pulls out of that same pocket a small little box. He puts the box in the middle of the table, opens the clasp, and flips the box open. Inside the box, there are 10 rings. Please take just one each. If you get more than one, you start to experience feedback. It's a very unpleasant noise. These I owe you to communicate with me and vice versa once per day. Use only for emergencies. And inside there are rings. There are signet rings of various sizes. And all the rings have an emerald as the stone on the front of the ring. And underneath the stone, there's been a black G inscribed in common underneath the gem that is transparent when you look at it.
Huh. Pill, pick one up.
Ugbor will take one too, I guess.
Yeah, I'll get the one that fits my finger.
I'm gonna do an Arcana check just to make sure it shows or does what it's supposed to do,
Make
or
an
means
Arcana
something
check.
different. All right, I'm gonna use my dice this time. It's acting weird with the dice in there.
Sure.
Yeah, not one. I don't know nothing.
No. I mean, it seems to be magical, and as far as you know, it's what he said it was.
All right, I'll just take one and put it on my finger, my index finger on my right hand.
I'll grab the last one.
Now,
I'd like to take a quick look here.
20.
Oh,
It
nice.
is. It's a ring. With your Arcana, it tells you that it is magical. The stone does shimmer when you don't, even when you don't move it. But the Arcana check does not let you tell. It does not tell you what spells or anything are upon it. But you do see that it is magical.
Well, I will, before I actually put mine on and I have mine, I will identify mine with my abilities of wizardry.
Okay. Identifying the ring, it is a plain nickel-plated ring, but the stone in it, the emerald, the small emerald that has the G behind it, is in fact a sending stone.
It's legit. Perfect. I don't tell anybody, but I'm just doing it for myself.
Now, like I said, I must tidy up things on my side. Once I'm done, we'll be leaving this town and all of its glorious citizens and attributes behind to take up our wings elsewhere. Now, it'll take me a while. Let's call it 2 days to be safe, maybe 3. I'll call you when I need you. I suggest you keep a low profile and don't get into too much danger. Stay close to your new coworkers. Maybe get familiar with people that you'll be traveling with is always good. Stock up on any supplies you need. Finish up any other business in town that you may have. When I call, I expect you to respond. He taps the center of the table with his staff again. As he gives it a swift little tap, the aura in the room, the white magic fades from the walls as if fluttering ash. And okay, you're all free to leave. I'll call you. Oh, and one last thing. Employees get 15% off in the store.
Nice.
Fair enough. Okay, so
Yeah, I didn't want to talk over anyone.
no problem. So what are you guys doing?
Oh, if we got a few we got a few days. I heard there's this big like beast fight going on,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and the winner gets like $3 grand.
And you know what would go really well for people competing in that? A tattoo on my buddy Pell.
It would.
Are you talking about the Beast Cage Arena?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Some of the beasts they use in there is quite interesting and friendly, to some of the competitors there. I don't normally fight in there myself, but I've heard from the other fighters when I was spending my time there that they often bring animals from areas that are unknown.
We were gonna go sign up for it, just the 3 of us.
Yeah.
Feel like our odds would be a little bit better if we had more people.
Oh, so much better.
Now that we are on contract, do we really want to take such risk?
Well, it would increase your odds better to have a former champion like myself come with you all if you plan to sign up and take part. I know my ways ins and outs of the location.
It could be a good bonding experience for everybody.
Indeed, and a good fight or two does bond quite well,
And we get money for it.
which is always good.
What was the written payout for that game?
Winner gets 3 grand, 3,000 gold.
Okay. I am assuming that this is quite a impossible act. I mean, it's doable, but sounds like it's going to be quite a battle for that kind of payout.
I think it's like 4 rounds, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
All I will say though is always stay on your guard and expect the unexpected. You never know what's gonna come out the gates.
That's true. I like to hit stuff. I figured there'd be some way to kill some time at least.
There's a fellow orc, yes, I can see you can like to hit stuff. And having someone of your stature might help greatly in dealing with some of the beasts.
Shucks.
Who in this party would be the man taking most of the hits in such battles?
That'd probably be me.
Definitely Ugbor.
Okay. If we do this, I do have an ability to make you last longer in the beatdown world if we decide to join such a challenge.
Yeah, I can also
be,
give you this. Pale will give him that platinum ring that he got made forever ago. Here you go,
Oh.
take this.
Okay. Is it special?
I don't know why it rolled.
Can
But
you check?
no, it's for a spell that I have to cast.
Okay.
It's for a
well,
spell.
I'm gonna call it.
Well, if this is a potential 3 grand winning, it will cost me quite a bit to create this ability on Ugbor. However, I do need to stay concentrated on it, so I will have to make sure I stay out of easy range for damage.
I suppose I can help you with that. I have a few spells to my arsenal that could help, including some rather defensive spells.
Really?
I'm more used to frontline spellcasting.
Roger that.
Okay,
Now
so you
you're
guys
gonna
are
hold
still
that
in the
up.
upper room of the Gurk Depot. What are you doing from this point?
I'm gonna go downstairs in the Urk Depot, and I'm gonna look around to see if he has any diamond dust I can purchase in his shop.
Sure, not too hard to find. Oops, that's me in the video. Yeah, not too hard to find. He has many things in his store. Not the least of which is several bowls of different gemstones and different things in his store, like magical components and different things like that. It wouldn't be hard to find diamonds or diamond dust in the selections there in tiny little pouches or in display bowls or something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna look around for a diamond dust worth about 100 gold pieces, which with my discount I'd pay him 85. But that's potentially what I'm looking for at the moment while I go down to the depot.
Yeah, like I said, easy enough to find. You can find plenty of diamond dust and other diamonds of various sizes and cost. So you can effectively find anything you need there.
Okay, so I'll purchase one of those.
I'm gonna find incense down here.
Very easy to find. Next to the paper and the ink that scrolls the books, right past there is a stack of incense on display, as well as several bulk boxes, like just blocks of compacted incense that are almost a foot long and wide and half a foot thick.
I just need like 25 gold worth.
Okay.
Quick question. I should probably ask this a while back ago, but as a sorcerer, I need components, unlike a wizard or anything like that?
It depends on if the spell like requires components or not.
Yep.
Alright, because I was like, some DMs like to with sorcerers because the power comes from inside them and everything. They just kind of bring it out.
Mhm.
But I didn't know how you did sorcerers and wizards spellcasting.
Nope.
Honestly, just like
makes no
depends
mind.
on like the spell, I guess, in general. Like I know a lot of like cleric spells and stuff, they like require like stuff like being sacrificed like in the spell cast and stuff on it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only ones that I have to actually get are the ones that consume from the spell list. So other than that, everything else I pretty much have on me that I can use at a regular action, except for obviously the ones that require consumption.
Yeah, like most spells you can like if you have like a spell casting focus, you can just use that instead of like if it say like I think Chaos Bolt takes like a diamond or something on a ring and you have to have it, but if you have like a spell casting focus, you can just use that instead.
Yeah, same idea.
Yep. But yeah,
And
the
then,
incense though, easy enough to find in small portions in the top. There are different values, and it's easy enough to get 25 worth. For everybody else looking around, the Gert Depot is a very fine establishment. It is made. It's a wooden building with almost dark red wine-colored carpets on the floors, with several aisles of merchandise. For those of you who haven't been here before, there are many scrolls and books and displays on one side of the store against the wall. In one of the center aisles, there's displays of weapons and some empty mannequins perched on top of the aisles. There's potions on the far side of the wall next to the few very narrow windows that there are. There are jewelry displays and displays for gems and things. There is some sets of tools and other decorative weaponry, and even a large black bear trophy in the middle of the room. And above all of this, there are 4 stones, a most perfect spheres, um, dropping from the ceiling to the rest of the floor, about 4 feet down from the ceiling, perched on little, almost straight sticks like dowel rods, and they are just basically attached to these rods, and they are looking down on this room in 4 different quadrants.
What the heck is V and S?
Verbal, somatic. Verbal means you have to speak it. Somatic means you got to use a hand gesture to do the spell.
Okay, cool. So I don't.
If you're
What?
if you're a sorcerer, you can use like if you have what the fuck is it called? Subtle cast, I think.
Yeah, subtle spell, metamatic.
Yep. Then you can just like not even worry about using that.
Yeah. Which I'm assuming with the moment, it's just kind of like, because I'm looking at Firebolt and it's usually just pointing at something, essentially. So, yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to get all my spells components and everything. And so far, luckily, everything that I have, even my Dimension Door and Wall of Fire, is not expensive.
yeah, I bought another 50 gold pieces worth of gold dust.
Fair
Obviously,
enough.
15% off, of course, and I did both values.
Cool deal.
Is it possible I can borrow some money to buy some bat guano, phosphorus, and sulfur?
Specifically, back guano, sulfur, and what?
Phosphorus.
I hand you a hunter's trap and say, "Here, sell this and get some money."
Well, thank you.
It's worth about 5 gold. So
One of
That should be
the
more than enough.
one of the salesmen on the floor eventually comes up to your large group and asks, in general to the group, "I'm sorry, is there something I can help you with? Do you need help finding anything?"
Yes, I need to sell this hunter trap, but I need to get a couple of things, namely bat guano, sulfur, and phosphorus. Do you have any?
Oh, I'm so sorry. We do have many spell components. We do have the phosphorus, but we are fresh out of the guano. We have no guano at the time.
That's truly a shame. But I would take some of the phosphorus though, if you don't mind.
Fair enough. It's right over here, and she directs you to pass the books and opposite the potions, or as the area where generalized components are, and she shows you where the sulfur is contained in small little vials. Or I'm sorry,
Thank you,
phosphorus.
thank you.
I go ahead and make my way over there.
Okay. There's plenty there. You can buy as much volume as you want to an extent.
All right. How much is the each bottle of alpha?
Each vial is listed at 20 silver each, but there's a great number of them.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody else have a need to buy anything before you leave the store?
They restocked since we were here last.
There are a few new things, mostly a restocking of books that you see. There's still the old weapons like the Wanda Fireball that you saw, the blowgun, the maul. But there's a couple other potions there, and some one or two scrolls have been taken, but nothing replaced on the scrolls. There's a weird contraption that's on top of the bookshelf on the wall that looks like a globe, but just spinning rings.
Oh. You know what I'm looking for.
You have to remind me. My brain is breaking up.
Boots or...
Oh no, nothing like that.
Yeah. I want to check that out. That contraption out.
Okay. You walk over, and it's just a spinning globe that has like measurement ticks across the bands, and the bands just spin like some sort of weird gyroscope. If I can find it on my chart here, I don't know where it went. Where did that stupid thing go? Well, shoot. Give me a second to find it.
Alright.
Maybe I forgot to write it down. I'll have to look it up. Give me 1 second, because it's not here, but I know it's there. In the meantime, the only thing, since you're looking in the clothing and stuff, you do notice one new robe in the area. The robe is sort of a patchwork kind of looking thing, but you're sure Gertie has some sort of flair behind it.
Might you have a bargain section?
No, we do.
I'm afraid
have
I'm a bit short on funds.
No, nothing bargain per se. We do have sales that happen occasionally, though. Nothing particularly on sale just yet, but I think we're going to have a sale next week.
Ah.
I'm buying like 2 more blocks of incense.
Go for it, man.
What'd you say about that robe again?
Looking up page number. The robe. It's a patchwork kind of robe. It kind of stands out against the other things, where the other things look, this is Gurky. Stuff is high end here, and everything has a price to go with it. But this piece seems out of place just in the fact that it's just like sewn together, like it looks like it was put together by somebody who didn't know exactly how to stitch clothing, and there's just like symbols and stuff all over it, all of these patches. Like it looks like a badly made quilt. Or maybe the person had a robe that was very very well made, and they just didn't want to throw it away because of its good structure, and they could just keep throwing patches over holes or something. It's hard to tell from this distance.
Mr. Alfred, on Discord, you want to change your, or not on Discord, sorry, but on the
Yes.
gate, do you want to switch your Black 7 to Alfred so we know it?
Yeah, I was gonna do that afterwards. I don't think. Oh wait, no, I can. No,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can do it.
it's
I thought
really
I had to
quick.
log out. And...
No,
Yeah.
they made it really easy now.
I feel like I'm going crazy. I know this. It's in this stupid book.
What are you trying to figure out?
The item that I didn't write down that I know is for sale in the store.
Nice. In that case, I'll take 2 of them.
You probably couldn't afford it.
2 items of the unknown. Well, it's easy to afford it if you don't know what it is.
Hold on. Dustin, is it this? This too.
So does anything you guys have on seem like obviously powerful, or you guys have like mundane items?
Yeah, I got armor made out of dragon scales.
Okay, so that would be kind of something noticeably.
I got it.
The general make of my sword, it seems like it's a quality weapon. The edge specifically is really large and sweeping, and it looks super sharp.
That's what that is, yes. But the thing that Vork is looking at, it's just a series of brass rings that's interconnected.
Oh no. Fuck.
Sorry, say again.
I was just saying fuck. I'm trying to think of what it is.
Vork, if you were to turn the tag on the item, it says Astromancy Archive, and it has a tag on it for 170 gold.
Do you have any wands?
Let me see. I think we have at least one still. Looking for anything particular? And she begins to walk in the direction of the potions and the jewelry.
Yes, something in the price range of 10 gold pieces.
Remember, you get 15% off.
Let's see here.
Something.
It looks like we only have one left. I don't know anything about it. It says Wand of Fireball on it, and this one costs 30 gold.
Ah, well. Bad luck for me then.
Yes, unfortunately, I spent most of my fortune on so much dust that I don't have much left to help with.
You like that little wand, buddy?
I do, in fact.
Alright, here you go. I'll
And
buy
how
it
much
for
is
you.
it?
30 gold.
Oh, bless you then.
So it would be 25 gold and 50 silver.
We'll just
With
call it
the-
25 gold. Don't worry about the silver.
Alright, there you go.
Don't bring me in if you don't want your percentile. Like they're spewing out prices, and in my head I'm like, oh no, then this is what we pay. Nope, not that much. We paid less.
So we have incense going on, we have phosphorus, we have a wand of fireball. Anybody else want to grab anything before you leave the shop?
Yes,
I
do you have-
purchased my stuff already.
Okay, just make sure you got to your inventory.
Yep, done.
Yeah, you
carry-
have 9 gold, yeah.
DM, is there are there any like shoulder pauldrons, gloves, anything like that?
No, nothing like that. The mannequins that you see are the ones that you stripped bare from before. There's nothing been restocked on that yet.
Okay.
Do you perchance have any, wool or fur or both of those?
We have those. Those are pretty common. Those are in the component section over there, the same place that the gentleman's phosphorus was. There's just racks over there with those common materials will be pretty easy to find. Yeah,
Magnanimous, thank you.
Yeah, you have feathers, sand, cotton, wool, thread, common stuff like that is just in shelving components. It's almost like little drawers in a I'm not even sure what it's called, like a little ingredient box. There's just different labels in the front. You open it, and there's just different amounts of ingredients on the inside. You can purchase a price labeled on the front. All of it's basically pretty cheap. We'll say feathers and sand and stuff like that will be like maybe 2 silver per unit.
And what's the exchange rate, silver to gold?
10.
10?
Yep, 10 silver to a gold, 10 gold to a platinum.
Okay, so, and what about wool?
Same, it's 2 silver per.
Alright, I will get some, I'll get myself, I guess 5 wool and 5 feathers.
Okay.
So what are your guys' plans for the rest of today? Do you have any, or are you just waiting around for the battle in a couple days?
I need to find a very good stick.
Ooh.
What kind of stick?
A very stout one, but not too big. I'm not a great hulking person.
So
Something
like
I could...
cudgel.
No. Nothing like that.
I could wander outside. I could wander outside the city and see what I find. It would just take me a little bit of time, maybe an hour or two.
Ah, Reaganomic!
While that's going on, maybe I could get Daddy Warbucks Pellinel over here to spot me some gold so I can go and get started on this tattoo.
Oh, yeah, we could. Also, since I got this incense, I can kind of figure out what the hell that big booming sound was last night. Just might take me a little bit of time.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we should definitely go look at some tattoos, because that was pretty cool.
What are you gonna do with the incense? How do you...
So, I'm gonna burn it and talk to my goddess for a little bit, have a little chit-chat. Mostly
and
I'm
she just like gives you the answer?
Maybe. It might be cryptic as shit. Or it might even be an omen, so... You know, I'm just kind of mentally preparing myself for that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we could do that. Think they care if I cast a spell while you're getting a tattoo?
I mean, probably not. They're probably casting spells. I don't know how it works, but like, I mean, look at his tattoos. Point at Vorik.
Yeah, I only seen Sam get like a regular tattoo, and that took like an hour or two, something like that.
All depend on size, I guess.
Feels overdue.
And it might be a little difficult on certain creatures like myself.
I don't know, the guy that did his tattoo was a Dragonborn himself.
They must make unique gifts for such occasions, and
Sounds too painful. Too painful for my liking.
anyway, I get my stuff. I need to pay for these things. I'll be right back.
So as we finish up here, I would head out more of the outer city woodland section and just kind of search around for a stout, smaller stick that would fit. And that's for you, Flint.
Thank you so kindly.
Yeah, so I have the Wanderer background. So I would an Outlander Wanderer, so I'd be able to go out there and find something. I memorize the place pretty easily, be able to kind of find something that would fit his figurine.
Yep,
I'll
that
spend,
would be very
I'll spend a
doable.
good hour doing it.
Well, putting a pause on that, as everybody finishes their purchases and leaves the Yurt Depot after making their selections and stocking themselves up, you re-enter the city of Sunder, the sun bright on your face, sun just beginning to rise, and you get steadfast in the day. You walk outside, and people are running about the city and doing their normal everyday things. It doesn't seem to be as much of a thought on everyone's mind on the recent occurrences that have happened, but it's definitely a topic of conversation. But it has stopped being a dread on everyone's mind as far as worrying what's going to come of it or what's happened. And as you prepare to take on whatever challenges you're going to while waiting for Gurky to tie up his loose ends, that is where we're going to pick up next time.